What?
None.
You just gotta
All
make
right,
sure it's
time
a
to sing
copyright
every
claim.
copyright song ever.
Yep.
I already get like 10 copyright claims per video.
Why? Hey, you have somebody there. We own that person specifically. I was making a joke that they're copywriting claiming because somebody exists and they think they own that person. Anyway,
And then there was silence.
Yeah. I'm reading what was posted in the general chat.
Just like dead silence. That was so long.
let's go. Humor
You know what?
101.
Here's what I think of this.
Have empty silence. It's funny.
Pugs.
Fair enough.
Alright, where are we?
We are at Morencia.
Yep.
Ah, right, yes.
You guys were
Aw.
docking the fort town of Morencia, which is a few kilometers off the coast of mainland. So let me just put you there. Hopefully the map doesn't explode.
Oh.
Any explosions?
I want a giant maze.
Oh.
Interesting
Okay.
city.
There we are.
This just makes me feel like a Fire Emblem game for some reason. Just all
It's
these random
blurry.
generic soldier units.
Oh.
This map wasn't so blurry the first time I used it, and it angers me that it's so blurry now.
Interesting.
Alright, so do we start or
Yep.
do you need to set up?
Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
I wondered. Couldn't see where we were.
Yep, so essentially, yeah, far right. So
There we are.
you guys would have basically docked your ship, and now you guys just walk up to the massive stronghold that is Morencio, a
Can you guys
combined
move the
fort
carousel?
and town. What?
I can't move my carousel again.
Why are you so fucked up? Can you just work?
No. I don't know, okay.
Here,
Good day.
I'm gonna try the same fix I did last time. Hold on. I can't even do the same fix. What?
Alright, first
We'll walk
good
forward.
few seconds of the session.
I'm gonna go walk forward.
Drago, you're just dead. You don't exist.
Wait, okay, no, I can move it out. I can
Okay,
move
there we go.
Are we allowed to go in, or
Yeah.
are we supposed to like?
They're
Okay,
just, the guards
which
are just
way?
sitting there,
Okay, which
Yeah.
way?
just watching you, waiting to see.
I'm just following Gragas.
Which way do I go? Like to the town part?
Are you asking the guards?
Yes.
This one's gonna walk out, and then point. Let me go to the ruler tool. That way.
Thank you. I have no idea why everyone else knows the correct location to go.
I don't have the right direction. I'm just walking around.
Yeah. Shit.
I asked this card, do I continue straight to go to the town, or do I turn here?
They point through the door.
Okay, thank you.
Also, keep
Are
in
these-
mind. What? Wait, what are you asking?
Are these like the fucking like British guards that like don't speak and just stand there all stoic like?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Also, there are like a bunch of like civilians just walking around, doing like general things. I just can't put that many tokens on the map.
Okay.
You can, it's just that it's gonna destroy everyone's PC.
Yep.
Then you probably don't have the willpower to.
Okay. Wait. Where is like the food section? Like, where's the food area to buy rations and health potions?
She's just talking to the door.
No, I'm
Hey,
looking
hey,
around.
hey, Gaspar, has your mental insanity gotten worse?
You don't know about my insanity. And I
I
run
know you hate
away.
machines,
Yep.
and a
Also,
door is on machine.
Tavanan, if you wish to move, you're free to move in there.
All right, where
Yep.
where am I located right now?
Right here.
Yep, right there.
Obviously, I'm no like. What is this building I'm in?
It's like a general like food hall or mess hall. That
Okay.
where if like an announcement needs to be made, they would use that little not throne room.
Hey,
Okay.
so,
Yep, it's
so,
not
so,
a throne.
yeah, food around here.
What
Um,
else is here of note that I could potentially be at?
It's just general like this is where people go to eat. There's like off-duty guards here just chilling, civilians just hanging about. Nothing really of note happening.
All right, I'll stay put and be chatting up one of the off-duty guards.
And then I walk in. And all of a
Hey.
sudden, the scenery changes.
And
Excuse me.
Jonathan, the guard, will look at you and say, "You can either go into the building here and buy some food, or if you want rations, go to the other side of the keep."
Is the other side free?
What?
Do I have to pay for rations on
Yes.
the other side of the keep?
You have
So,
to pay
okay.
ration, or you have to pay for everything.
Dang it!
Nothing's free.
That's why I hate this.
No free rides.
Communism, or not communism. The opposite of communism. What is it called? Capitalism. Yeah, there we go.
So is this like the bar area?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. Excuse me.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, not that. I
Yeah,
thought
that's
you were
what
talking
they
about
know.
the room in general. At
No.
the, like, down here. Roller
Here.
tool, please. There we go. Down
Oh.
here, there'd be, like, little just, like, stands with random food assortments that people are trying to sell.
Okay.
Wait,
I
then what's
walk
this?
up to one of them and
What's
say,
this?
"Excuse
Wait, what's
me."
this then?
That's a platform for, like, if someone needed to do, like, an announcement or say something.
Okay. I wasn't
Excuse
over
me.
there. I was over here.
Do you have rations and or health potions?
The merchant will, look at you and be like, if you want health potions, go to the other side. If you want general rations, go to the other side. I have just basic food, yeah.
So like the other side of this building, or
The
like
other side
the
of the
other?
keep.
Yes, I know where that is. I walk away.
Hey, excuse me. Do you know where to get some beer?
They'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna get you some.
Okay. Can I get two? Can I get 1 cup, please?
1 mug, alright, that'll be 1 silver.
Got it. Wait, that's cheaper.
Quick question for you. Would my health have regenerated, or am I
Yes.
at the? Okay, so I
Yep.
back up.
If
to-
you have any
okay.
missing spell slots, they're back. If you have any missing health, it's back.
I honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Like when you say spell slots, I don't even know how to use them on my sheet.
You have 2 spell slots.
That
Okay.
means you cast 2
What
spells.
does that mean?
You can
You
cast
can
Okay.
cast
2
2
leveled
spells on
spells.
cantrips.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, so when I cast one, I have to manually change this number down to 1 and then 0 myself
Yes.
in one battle round, or how does that work? I hate to bother you. Is it important now? Should I ask later?
Those spells only come back on short or long rests.
Okay.
Depending on the character.
Yeah, only warlocks get short rest. Everyone else has to do long rest.
Okay.
What
Cool.
are you? Are you a warlock or are you a sorcerer? You're a warlock,
Me,
right?
I'm a warlock.
Yeah, I thought so.
Warlock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tavernan's chastising the guard he's chatting with, being like, "For the last time, I'm not a fucking cleric. Don't come asking me to cure your sailor's itch because you decided that horror was worth your coin."
I mean, at least she was better than your mom.
Did you your mom joke?
My character laughs, not
No.
knowing why, but he feels something is funny somewhere.
Um,
God damn.
can I roll intimidation and just give him a fucking death glare for the stupid joke?
Yeah, sure.
Like, he's
So
not
now-
gonna even give him the dignity of the answer. He's just gonna fucking give him the evil eye for that.
All right, let's go. Natural 1.
Wait, hold on, let me roll the guard's charisma.
Alright.
Wait, do these guards have charisma? Hold on. I should probably just have the guard character sheet open at all times.
Man, I
Probably.
was just gonna ask these guards questions, but now this situation looks way more interesting.
Alright, it's a raw d20. Right, kind of just like puts his head down, just kind of looks away.
In shame.
Yep.
God damn, what'd you do to that guard?
I didn't
asked
do
this
anything.
guy, right here where I might be able to find something to eat.
The guard that says you can go inside this building.
Right here.
Think of it as like a bar.
Cheers, thank you.
Yep.
Oh wait, I should ask. How much rations do we have on the boat?
You have plenty.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you plan to take a detour like around the other side of the island, you have enough to get there and back.
Okay. I'd like to ask these two guards what you're looking at.
We have to make sure civilians don't fall off the edge.
Have you tried finishing that area?
We keep trying to, but the ground just keeps breaking every time something's placed here.
Have you tried making the ground better?
How do you suppose we do that? We don't have magic.
Someone. I'm sure there's someone somewhere that can do magic like that.
I mean, probably, but what's the point of paying hundreds of gold for someone to just come, like, point the finger at it and say it's better, when we could just stand here?
How much are you getting paid to stand here?
Mm. He, like, looks over at the other guys like, are we allowed to say that? And they looks back. It's about, like, 2 gold an hour.
Okay, I
the
understand
math
better. Thank
instantly
you.
falls apart. As I'm walking by towards the door to go into this bar or restaurant place there, I notice
The door's
these
over
stalls.
here.
What are these?
They're selling, like, just general, like, wares, like, you see some pots, cutlery, baskets, just general everyday items.
Is there anything there I see that might be useful that I don't already kind of, or that we don't have as a group? If I were looking keenly.
Roll a investigation check.
Investigation.
Let's go, nat 20.
Investigation.
You look through the top stall, and you like look at a basket, and then you set it down, and you realize under the basket there appears to be a very fine amulet.
I would like to pick up and look at this amulet.
It appears to be a simple, just amulet. It's very well made, and it is definitely not something that would be found around like common folk. It is a silver like outline with a blue gemstone in the center,
Silver and
in
blue
the shape
gem.
of a just a circle.
Is that from some, like, say, some royal house that I might recognize, or it's something that I don't recognize?
It appears to be just a simple design.
Simple design, okay.
Yep.
Does it feel, since I do have magic, does it feel like it might be magical?
Make me an Arcana check.
Let's go, nat 20 this. Decent.
You sense no inert magic on it. However, you know that whatever gemstone this is, it is very easily able to be mana induced.
Imbued
Yep.
with mana. I would like to ask the merchant how much for this peddly little thing that I found, this trinket that I found amongst his wares.
The merchant will look at it and be like, I'll sell that to you for 10 gold.
10 gold? No, come on. It's silver. I just think that my girlfriend might like the blue gem. She's into blue. I'll give you 5.
5. How about 7 gold?
6 and you've got a deal.
Fine.
All right.
Real life persuasion rolls.
It is a moonstone amulet.
Moonstone amulet. All
Yep.
right. Give me a
So
second.
that's what you put in its name.
Equipment.
Yeah, let me know if you do anything with that amulet.
Moonstone amulet.
So
Yes, what are you
Jonathan,
doing here?
5 and drinking beer.
Did you just Did you just find a path to the closest beer you could find?
No, I just walked straight, and then walked down some stairs, and then kept walking straight, and then opened a few doors and kept walking straight, and I got here.
so is Jonathan the one who's the Dragonborn?
Yes.
Okay.
Quick question,
Dragonborn,
broken.
aren't you a sight for
sorry.
sore eyes?
Eh.
Oh, come sit. There's plenty of
Okay.
room at this table if you're looking for a place to rest.
Oh, did someone say my
I'm
name?
still place. Might be able. Okay.
I did. Sorry, I
So,
didn't want to interrupt. I
I-
just wanted to
Oh.
know the amulet. Like, is it what state is it in? The quality.
It appears
Pristine, worn,
to be like very good quality.
pristine, very good quality. Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
So, well to begin. What's your name?
He's just like looks at you like, aren't cutting straight to the chase, are you?
Well, I kind of just want to know your name so I don't just start calling you random stuff.
Ugh, fine. You can call me Tavadin.
Cool. I'm Jonathan. Just call me John.
He
But
Tavadin will hold out one of his arms to shake.
I shake your hand formally.
For the last time, you need to go to the damn cleric. I'm not gonna be covering your ass like this. He's referring to that guard he was talking to.
Oh yeah, that guard. What the hell did you do to him? Like you looked at him and he ran away.
I thought he was still there, just bowing his head in shame
He
myself.
is. Yeah.
You know,
He likes to spend his off time in the brothel, and when you gamble with that kind of shit, you sometimes have to pay a consequence, and I'm not covering his ass for it. Simple.
The
Ah,
guard like
okay.
turns around and is like, you know the apothecary's a scam, right? They overcharge everything.
Not my problem.
I walk in just as this conversation's kind of wrapping and say, "Hey, Jonathan, how are you? Good to see you.
How you doing?
How's the food here? Have you had anything?
Not much food, but I do get a mug of beer, so pretty good.
How's the beer?
Cheaper than the last place.
Right
just
on.
just don't ask what's in the chili, and you'll be all right.
Fair enough. Nice to meet you.
Hail to you as well. Are you with this one? He's pointing to
I
Jonathan
am.
as he says it.
I am. My name's Malvasio. You can call me Mal.
I
Nice to meet you.
already gave him my name. I'll give you mine as well. It's Tavadin. Pleasure.
Pleasure, Tavana. I ordered a beer. How much did you say it was, Jonathan?
1 gold. The beer's down here.
Thank you, sir.
How much would it be for a meal and a dinner? I'll go ahead and take that off my coin and just say he already has his meal, has been eating it.
A full meal is 5 silver.
So that would put me at 9 gold, 5 silver.
Yeah, all the food in here is like not the best quality. It's all imported, since you know you have no production on an island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't ask what's in the chili, and it's all good.
Yep. And a mug of
So-
ale is a silver.
All right,
One
I'll
silver.
take that out too.
All right, I'll buy that.
There, I took that out of my coin as well.
Thank you.
So Tav. So Tav, why'd you say I'm a safe with soul eyes?
Because I don't see a lot of dragonborns around here.
Ah,
Most men around here are boring, like our friend right here. He once again points to the guard.
okay, an idiot. Got it. Cool. So
Man, the guard just inviting. You guys are just
This
hating.
guy's just gonna stand up and walk. I was like, fine, see, I'm not wanted here. Stumbles out the door drunk.
Guard number 54.3 will remember that.
Between you and me, he just doesn't want to get in trouble with his higher ups about his little accident he had.
okay.
Yeah.
So
He's trying to get me to cover his ass.
got it.
Yeah.
So you know how badly he fucked up?
He like I said, he likes his women too much, and he caught a little itch from the wrong one. He was trying to get me to help him heal it, but no, that's not my problem.
Yeah, he's really stupid. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so you seem to know a bit about dragonborns. What else do you know?
I don't know a lot about them. I've just seen them before.
Ah, okay.
Would Tavadin be familiar with dragonborns from his background, what he was doing back in the day?
Dragonborns are more prevalent in the Federation zone, so you would probably have seen a few Dragonborns while in the Federation military.
Okay.
Yep.
So about what I said is pretty much accurate to what he would know.
Yep.
Okay.
This conversation between these two characters seem interesting. What are they talking about? I'm on the other side of the.
On the other side of the map.
Yeah.
A guard got a particular type of itch and was trying to get a paladin to heal him, and he got shamed for it.
No.
No.
I was talking about
This
our
conversation.
Taylor
These
and
two?
This conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Right.
bad.
Everybody ping it. Everybody, come on. Everybody ping it.
Alright.
Come on.
Right,
Let's
Davbar, roll
go.
me a perception. Gragas, you can too if you wish.
Let's
I'm
go
drinking, I don't give a
perception. I'm
shit.
sure I have a pretty good
What?
perception. I just need to check it.
I'm
No
drinking.
wall.
I don't give a shit.
Alright.
Is there a wall here?
There is, but
Let's
you know, there's
go!
still a
20.
stone.
First natural 20.
Damn, alright. Okay, hold on, I need to go check Sharon? Sharon, Jesus Christ.
Side note, I'd like to order the full meal as well while I'm here.
Alright, that will be.
That you said
5
that was 5 silver?
Yep.
All right, done.
Right. You're gonna hear Saren talking about an order of weaponry and armor.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you're also gonna hear a jingle of a absolute shit ton of coins.
Can I tell what kind of coins? Like, could I, hear, around what kind of metal makes that sound?
It's a form of currency.
Davar. Dav,
Yeah.
trying to be like that. That story about a fat kid that could smash 2 breadcrumbs together and tell an entire sandwich. That's what it seems like right now. Is that what you're
I'm
trying to
wondering
do?
if, I'm pretty sure metals make, different sounds when they cling together, so I was wondering if I could tell, if it was, gold or copper or...
On, a large quantity of it, yes, you could... But for small things like coins, it's pretty much the same, unless it's, drastic difference.
Okay. Have I seen this guy before?
I mean, you can't see him now.
Darn my shortness.
That's a full wall. I'm assuming
that
you're
is.
just hearing them from around the corner.
I mean, technically, my shortness kind of goes into play here as well. Just saying.
I mean, not really. Because this is a full wall. You cannot see over this.
Okay. Can I sneakily look out?
Sure, roll sneak
Just sneakily look out
or stuff.
from here, doing,
It would've been
and
funny
then
if
back this way somehow.
Hold
Well, I
on.
mean, like, peek out the head like this. Sneakily.
Let me
This-
get the other person's character sheet.
Let's go!
Both of these characters have character sheets. Fully fledged. Alright. What's your passive perception? Where does it even say? Okay. Alright. You... Immediately seen by that. Oh, definitely seen by both. Okay.
Wow, I didn't even...
Both of them saw you. Didn't even have to roll. But,
Just notice how this guy's also wearing a mask.
yeah.
That is
What the
alien
helmet?
invisibility.
If I see any more drawing, I'm gonna stab someone. There's 2 greens, so there's potential for casualties here.
What is the other
I think
queen?
the greens are slightly different.
They are.
What is the other queen?
John is green. If you want to change your color, that might be... a good
Oh,
thing.
I would be glad to change my color. How do I do that?
Click on
If
the
you
color.
press the color
Oh.
box, you get a pop-up menu of different colors.
Perfect.
Nice.
There we
Right.
go.
Well, you can see that it's a bag of gold coins.
Let's go! I know what currency!
A large bag of gold. Like as big as your head bag.
I mean, that's not saying too much, but okay.
I mean, yeah,
That's
but
not
you're
that
still... You still have quite a big head, because that's just gnomes. Gnomes have huge heads.
Ah, yes. I have the big brain.
There's a
Good
lot of
to
head,
know.
not a lot of brain there. Yeah. Yeah, also, you just see both of them look at you and they just continue on. They don't care.
Well, I still think I'm sneaky, so I'm gonna like do a little tumble roll over to this wall. Just continue tumble rolling through.
Cypher's just gonna look straight at you as you're moving around. It's just watching you now. They both
Oh no,
just
he sees
stopped
me.
and
More tumble rolling. Go.
they've both just stopped and are watching you now.
I've finished eating and finished my beer. I'm gonna say, see you later, guys. I'll catch you in a bit. I'm gonna go for a walk. Walk off this food.
See ya.
I'm tumble rolling. Constant
kick it
tumble
down.
roll.
What?
And quickly, when I get here, I cast Prestidigitation right here of Smoke Cloud. And I
Oh.
just stay. Yes.
I cast my unseen servant and send him to find anything he can pick up without.
Sarah's gonna
Being
cast
caught.
Dispel Magic.
Wow. Doesn't matter. I do it again.
Sarah casts Dispel Magic again.
Oh, it's like that, huh? I do it again.
So, what brings you and your friend to these parts?
Kind of on an adventure right now to go gather some materials from another giant landmass. Yeah, we're from like the east. We like met up in the east, and we had the west. I think.
West. I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm too
we
far
know.
away to hear you,
Met
but
up- we all met up in a bar.
Side
in the
note, we
west.
are, I think, I'm pretty sure we're delivering stuff, not taking stuff.
Wait,
You
is
seem
this
a bit too eager to tell me all of this. How do you know I'm not a spy or anything who's out to sabotage your adventure?
Well, mainly because
Oh yes, the classic sabotage of supply of. Actually, no, that actually makes sense. Never
mainly because
mind.
I don't really kill. I kind of just want some gold right now, so if I get gold, I'm good. Yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, if you want to sabotage us, I guess you can. We'll probably fight, but like, if you do, can you at least leave me alive?
He's just gonna laugh at him. All right, I'll spare you, but I may have to knock you out if I do so. Just saying.
You know what? Fair point. That's cool. Anyway, why are you out here?
No, I'm. This is just where I'm at the moment. I'm just following wherever the next job takes me, and right now I'm stuck here waiting for the next step.
Well, I mean, you want to join us? They kind of don't know how many people we actually have on our team. Like, we didn't meet the head of the operation. So like, if you want to join us, you can join and you can get paid too.
Again, you're a little too eager to just recruit me. Again, after all the shit I said, you'd be a little more suspicious of me.
Again, I don't want to. I kind of just want some gold. Shody.
Sorry to take you from your conversation, but I climbed the wall.
Cypher is holding a gemstone longsword that has green flames all over it.
What the hell is going on?
Gragas turns the corner. He's like, ah, shit. Time to walk away. Ah, shit. Gonna go back to my seat.
I know.
Ah, shit.
Make it at
Well,
that.
Brilliant idea! I cuddle in the corner and cast minor illusion of a box.
well, to be honest, I'm kind of sick and tired of all these guards treating me like I'm some fucking cleric. So I guess I'll bug who's your head of operations?
Oh, our head of operations is still where we left. So like, yeah, he kind of just sent us to gather or drop some stuff off. I'm not 100% sure. Um, again, I kind of just want some gold. So like, you want to join?
Oh,
Not.
is
I'm.
this attack at me?
Yes.
To be honest, I
Okay.
think you're a little bit of an idiot, but I really don't have anything better going on with my life right now.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And yes, I'm not the
Hold
smartest
on,
guy.
I need to
Not the
update
smartest
my
in the group,
health
but
real quick.
and the dumbest.
Okay, I pretend I died.
What? Okay, out of character right now. What the hell is going on here? Did you just get stabbed?
Yes, I died. Oh,
Gragas turns the corner again. He's like, puts his head down. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck happened?
Sarah looks over at Gragas is like, the gnome's being a gnome.
Is it time to play kick a gnome?
I mean,
It's
it
just
may be
like,
dead.
I
I don't
whisper-
know.
I whispered to Gragas, like, immediately dropping my illusion of me being dead, but just because I need help. Gragas, help.
Gragas picks up Davbar.
I resume me pretending to be dead.
I'm like, I'll go deal with the dead body.
Yeah, Cypher will look at you, Gragas, and say, keep your child closer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He gets out a couple too many times. I'll make sure to punish him later. Pulls Davbar, puts him into one of these chairs, and then just puts him right in this chair right here. And then I go over here. And I'm just like, huh. Now what the fuck have you been doing? We just got here.
I was very sneaky. However, apparently, the person, apparently this person has like true sight or something. And
Alright,
they
when I was passing by, when I was looking at the guy who was speaking, who I'm assuming hit the fucking gnome, but I don't know for sure.
Oh yeah.
What did he look like? And just a basic description.
Plate armor and like old, very old robes. Also,
Anything else?
Davbar would have been knocked unconscious. I just realized.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, he is unconscious. I put him in a chair.
I totally forgot about the spell that was also casted there,
Yeah, green flame blade. Yeah.
and also the fact that it's a Vorpal longsword and would have killed him instantly.
Oof.
Yeah.
Huh.
If you don't know what a
That's
Vorpal longsword is, if it hits, it kills.
If it crits.
Interesting.
Why does
Yep.
it need damage
Is-
then?
Because it has to be able to be beheaded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
they
he
also
is
make that in
aiming
short
not
swords.
to murder you.
Let's
Do they also
go!
make that in short
Yep.
swords? They do.
I think there's a Vorp. Maybe, I don't know.
It's a Vorpal, a little bit of anything.
Okay, I'll have to talk to him later. But anyway,
Good luck
yeah.
trying
So you
buy
want to
that.
join us? We kind of need someone with some IQ in our group.
Fuck you. What? Out of character. What? Gregus is the smartest, drunkest man.
How
you've ever
much
met.
are we talking about as far as coins concerned?
Um.
I wish I
Hey
knew that.
DM.
If-
Hey DM.
I wish I knew that. I wish we knew that. We kind of forgot to ask those two questions. So we're doing a job with no idea how much money we're making, and we're vibing.
Don't get me wrong, it's not every day a handsome fellow like you runs up and proposes work for me, but on the other hand, you seem a little too eager to hire a completely random stranger to your cause.
Let's just say enough.
Nice.
Enough. We'll make enough gold, okay?
Let's go. I
But
overhealed.
yeah. But yeah, since you're kind of like joining late, you'll be getting the same cut. So I say it's better for you than for us. You'll be getting the better deal out of it since you've done a little bit of less work than
Or will
us
he be
so far.
kidnapped and then sent, and then, all that stuff, trying to bring him into the group? Mystery. Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh no, he's gonna join. He's just like, he's playing the role of this is kind of weird how you're just walking up to a stranger in a tavern and trying to recruit me.
Recruit. And we have other things.
All right.
Sure.
Well.
Stay recruit. Sure to stay recruit.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I just realized something. That counts as something for my tough feet. Let's go, baby.
Well,
Yeah, we can't
Do I mark that down?
No.
Yeah.
Someone with some brain IQ.
Darn.
Because we kind of need someone with some
Gragas
brain cells.
now goes to do it as well.
Hey yo. Hey yo. What be
Cypher
poppin'?
once again stops his work to look over and be like, yes?
I was just checking in with Shan and just saying what's going on.
He goes back to like forging and Saren's like, I'm just ordering some things for later.
He Smith?
Yes.
Smith in plate armor, huh?
Yeah.
Do I see him
Well.
at work? What is he doing at the moment?
He's like looking through his metals, trying to find
Yeah.
like good metal.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for me.
All right.
Dab or zooming around.
I move fast because it's part of my background.
So we need someone with some actual brain cells to join our group. So do you want to join so we don't die stupidity?
I walk in and I hear this and I say, "Hey, that's completely fair, but still,
Dab bar, be quiet.
who are you trying to recruit?"
Someone that's probably gonna be better than you.
I take offense
But
to that. Anyways,
you're too
So-
close. Someone could punt you.
so I ask mysterious stranger who I have no idea whose name is. So what's your job ability stuff? Like what do you bring to the what can you bring to the table?
you're
Dab
so,
bar, that's-
why are you all so eager to just spill out your guts like this to me? I mean, I know I look pretty, but damn.
Oh, Quite simply, we need people because if our continuing pattern of people dying remains the same, we need people to replace the people who will die. So, better to have a good amount of group of people. Maybe lower that chance. I mean, I almost died like a few minutes ago.
almost die.
Stab? Staboon?
Why'd you get stabbed?
Um,
See, this is why we need someone's brain cells.
I don't want to answer that question.
See, Tavidan, this is why we need someone's brain cells. So can you please join so we don't die of stupidity?
I'm gonna make it clear now. If I am not interested in, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to word this.
Money?
Inhaling stuff.
I'm not interested in fixing your
Hanky-panky.
problems if you do stupid shit.
That's fine.
Well, don't worry.
That
Dumb problems will most likely get us killed, so I guess you don't have to worry about that one.
well, it beats guards begging me to play the role of a cleric for their stupid shit when they don't want to get in trouble. So I
Wait, you
suppose
can
I'll
heal?
give you a shot.
Wait, you can heal stuff?
Davar, get the hell out of here.
No. As the pseudo leader, I need to be here during recruiting.
As the pseudo leader.
Yes, I know what I said.
Disturbance in the force. It's Greg's spidey senses. Interesting.
Pseudo leader. I claim the role of pseudo leader because I outlived the wizard and I outstrength the barbarian. I think I can call myself a pseudo leader.
Okay,
Unless
I
someone
do,
else wants to grab at that goal.
Okay, I shall like to do Pact of the Blade. Get, actually, wait, hold up. Can I summon a dagger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I just summon a dagger in my hand closest to Davbar?
What the fuck?
Davbar,
Yes.
this is about the time you should probably leave before we lose this guy and die of stupidity.
Okay, let me just
'Cause
do something real quick.
You may have outlived a wizard, and they had the worst health. You may have outstrengthed a barbarian. Like, is that what he is?
Don't know. No one knows. Maybe.
You may have outstrengthed our Gragas.
Yeah, there you go. There we go.
Our
There we
hairy
go.
guy.
But that
You have an
that
army.
does
We
not
have a
mean-
Gragas.
But that does not mean you're the pseudo leader. Freaking
Do you want the role? I mean, I was just taking the role because I assumed that every team needed a leader.
I
Also,
assumed
you know what pseudo means, right?
I assumed
Yes.
our leader.
Yes.
I assumed our leader was the. Who's the girl captain? Who's the captain of the ship?
The person who was our guide. Our guide is
guide.
our
The
captain.
person that
Yeah.
was given to us for this quest and this quest specifically?
Our captain
Yeah.
is random guide. All right, let's
Okay,
go.
I can prepare 4 spells.
Cool, I got 4 spells too.
Yeah. Also,
I have spells.
Gragas, you'll see Saren buy a few potions.
Soon.
It's
Yeah,
true.
Hey
Sound
yo, what you
Um,
buying, dog?
She shows you 8 small healing potions and 4 greater
Damn.
healing potions.
Damn. Damn. Okay. I see. I see. We're thinking smart out of the box. Okay.
Saren knows
Yeah,
you guys are gonna need it.
Yeah, I kind of suspected Seon was our leader.
No, because she was given to us for this quest and she's probably gonna, live her own life after we finish the quest.
Well, yeah.
Also, you know what pseudo means, right? Like,
No.
pseudo
What?
means
Did I?
false.
Oh.
Counterfeit.
Yeah. Shouldn't be a pseudo leader. Probably private. Anyway, yeah, I kind of suspected she was our leader because she kind of probably did like the best fighter in the warship fight we did, getting heal.
For
She
you,
healed
that
multiple
Gragas
of us.
stabbing the boat was one of the coolest things that would happen.
Oh yes, that was the coldest.
That was
That
pretty epic.
Yeah, that was the coldest. That was the coldest. I'm pretty sure everyone on our team knows, even though they're not healing, cannot heal this.
Stab the boat. I was gonna try to set the boat on fire with a fucking barrel of alcohol. That would have
Oh,
been fun.
Oh yeah, plus she set the ship on fire.
We
So
tried.
I kind
I
of
mean-
suspect if any of us fought hole, we'd automatically die due to the whole being able to summon fire.
I mean, I'm
Would
sorry
you-
that I helped save the boat by making sure it stayed on the straight path. Sorry, that's my fault.
Boat was probably fine, not moving.
Broken boy, anything from my invisible servant?
What was it doing?
I cast him
Looking-
when I was over here. He was looking
Yeah.
around to see if there's anything he might be able to nab without getting caught that could be useful or, valuable.
What was the range again?
Invisible servant is ooh,
50?
good question. Let me check.
I think it's 50.
You two are quite the pair of clowns, aren't you?
Yeah.
So,
Unseen
Wizard, I resent
servants.
that.
We got
60
dumber,
feet.
dumber, and dumbest.
Yep.
Now the only problem is knowing which one's which.
Yep.
I'm dumb. Our Gragas is dumber. And we have Deathbar over here being the dumbest.
No.
Saying this in character because I'm not sure.
60 feet.
I am
60?
the dumber
Out of character. Out of character,
Dumberest
that's what I'm saying.
here. Not
50
dumber,
or 60?
dumberest.
I'm
I'm
just
saying that
saying,
out of
Davbar has some
Where did
good
you
moments.
first cast it? Was it like over here? I thought I was still in the ruler tool.
By the red, how have you two not fucking died already? With the
I
You
don't
casted
know,
it over
okay?
here, right?
I
Roger?
almost did, but I
Well,
didn't.
technically, when I came out of the
Yeah.
bar,
Alright.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
been on ever since here?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, plus he's definitely scared of machinery. So like, if you have any
Oh, no,
machinery,
you-
you can
out-
cause him death.
Out of
Mental death.
character, you don't know that.
came out the bar, casted.
I noticed multiple things.
There has not
I
been a
noticed for
single
one.
piece of machinery used after you character came in. Back in
I
here.
noticed when I entered the bar, you came out of a black box because Gragas turned off
Green box, but
the black box because Gragas turned off his thing.
you
So
just
I
because
tried to
you
put two and
know
two
that
together.
Gragas did something and I was in a box, you don't know what that means. You just know that those events happened. And I
Malfastio.
didn't.
Yeah.
You see a gladius floating towards you.
I quickly grab it
Alright.
and
Looks
hide.
like Gladius.
It's a sword.
Oh,
Ah.
Yep, it's a type of short sword.
Okay.
yo,
Wait, is it stronger than the regular short sword?
Nope, it's just a flavored version of a short sword.
Ah, okay, cool.
but it's a
Okay.
sword.
Yeah.
Swords are pretty cool.
Okay. Davbar.
Somewhere
Can
a
you
guard
please-
wonders where his sword went.
I'm just really surprised that every time you cast Unseen Servant, it's always just aces. It's stealth rolls. I assume that's what these rolls are. Or these are like random object taking. Let's
I
go,
don't know what
same
these are.
roll.
Exact same, okay.
Oh. Tabadin, would you like to join us?
Hold on, I have some questions to ask. Number one, Tavadin, are you okay with murder?
depends on what we're murdering.
Okay, I'll take that as a maybe. That's the end of my questionnaire. Continue.
So, yeah, we're basically gonna be fighting basically gonna fight random guys that either try to raid us, take stuff from us, or just don't give us a good look. I guess I don't know. Just don't look good. I don't know. Basically whoever we want, something like that. I don't know.
Malfastio.
Yes.
You turn look this way, and you see
Mhm.
just a small little keg just rolling towards you.
Perfect. The keg. I grab it.
The keg is ruined.
Yep.
You will
It
obtain
appears to be
quest
full.
item. Okay.
So no. Okay.
I see Helix or
Yeah.
Unseed Servant is just the loot box of D&D.
So,
There's just
so
different
Tavern,
schools.
would you like to join us? Would you like to join us? You have like basically nothing to lose.
Well, you could die. That's a real option.
Die or not. I mean, basically not much to lose, I guess.
There's a couple other things
Like
that I
whisper
could
to
say.
Tavern. Jonathan may think I'm the dumb one, but I'm more of the moral compass, really. Just so you know.
Says the one who apparently got stabbed. That's
In
what you
my
said, right?
defense, I didn't do anything illegal.
Okay. Wait.
Nothing illegal happens when I get stabbed or almost dead.
Kyoto, what's her name? How do I keep forgetting her name? You forget
Because there's no
names.
nameplate.
Saturn.
You want nameplate? Kyoto's selling. Hey, Selling, you know how Davbar got stabbed?
She does, actually.
He turns like and just like says back to you, yeah, he was angering the blacksmith.
I did no such thing.
Davbar, right? The hell do you angle a blacksmith?
I
And know
didn't
how to
say
use
anything to him. Saren can vouch for me. Did I say anything
Saren.
to the blacksmith?
Selling, what he do? What was he doing?
He was attempting to sneak around and casting magics.
And
Casting
see,
magic
that's not
in a
illegal.
Davbar.
What,
Davbar.
is casting magic illegal now? Is this a new law I have no idea about?
Davbar. You were in a blacksmith's forge, casting magic, trying to sneak around, obviously failing, and you got stabbed.
Yes, I said it's not illegal though. All that
May
you
not be
said is not
illegal.
illegal.
It may not be illegal, but do you think people would like you doing it?
Tavadan's gonna turn to Saren. Are these clowns with you?
Why, yes.
Saturn is temporarily stunned into silence.
And
Damn
just
it, I
like
was
the-
muted.
She just realized the grave situation that she has been put into.
Technologically challenged.
Saren looks at you and says, technically I'm with them. I was assigned to them because none of them knew how to use a boat.
I had a idea. It's just that the boat wasn't magic and couldn't go forward on its own.
Do I know how to use boats if I have proficiency in water vehicles?
Yes.
Okay.
hold up, you know how to use a boat? Yeah, that's even a better. That makes you even better to the cause.
No, he's not. That was an out of character question. Just something to keep in mind for me in the future.
Okay.
Well. My apologies to you, ma'am. They seem rather insistent to bug me right now.
Do I hear this?
I mean,
I'm hearing this, correct?
And
Yeah,
reply with, it's pretty much the normal all the time.
Yeah, I'm sorry for someone. I'm sorry someone has to deal with us.
Well,
He needs a ways, I'm not gonna lie.
I already
that's
told
what
them.
Sharon saying, sorry.
I already told them I'm not interested in fixing their acts of stupidity. So I suppose it'll be sitting around here having guards begging me to cure their damned sailor's itch. So
Also, for a description of what Saren looks like, she's basically like an average height, human-esque looking, but you'll notice that she has a scythe on her back that is constantly glowing, a dagger, and like thick-ass armor that is slightly pinkish.
Wait, is it thick ass armor that's pink, or is it thick ass
God damn it.
armor that's pink?
Thick-ass armor. The armor is thick.
Okay.
She's wearing a plate armor.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Oh, by the way, you didn't answer my question. what what profession do you fall under? Like wizard, fighter. Like where do you fall under?
He's not a cloak, I know that.
What do you do, bro?
I suppose if we ever fight, you'll get an opportunity to see for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm no cl-
Meanwhile, out here in the courtyard, Malvastio and this guard are having a staring contest, I guess.
No, I was just waiting for an opportunity to ask. I'm asking this guard right here where
Ah.
I might be able to barter or trade, sell some goods. Is there like a trade shop or somewhere nearby?
The guard will say if it's just general wares and supplies, he will zoom all the way up. He will point to those double doors, and he'll
Yep.
say, if it's like weaponry and stuff, he'll point like down at that guard and is like, there's big doors to the south of that guard.
All right, thank you kindly.
Oh, no, I know what you're doing. Well, hope that guard who's missing his sword isn't over there.
They won't recognize it.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, actually, if you
Oh.
look around at the guards, you'll see none of them have a weapon similar to yours.
Can I ask this guy where I can maybe buy and sell weapons?
Yeah. Or as you ask, he'll like step to the side and gesture to go in.
Ah, I'm at the right place. Perfect. Thank
Yep.
you, sir.
Yep.
All right, I look around. What do they have in here that I might be interested in buying?
They have basically every martial weapon in here. And, every type of armor set that... Or every medium and heavy armor set.
Medium and heavy. Can I equip medium?
Do you have proficiency
Like, is it-
with it?
What's that? Sorry.
Do you have proficiency with it?
I have no idea. Probably not. Where would I find that?
In the bottom left of your character sheet, you'll find proficiencies in languages.
Oh shit! I
Yeah,
never
all
added
I have is
my
the
paladin
language.
proficiencies to that.
The only proficiencies I have are language.
Oh, so you didn't add in any weapon proficiency. I don't think you do because you're a warlock.
Warlock. So basically, what I'm looking for is there anything here that's an upgrade to what I currently have equipped?
What do you have equipped?
Grades, but that doesn't mean
Could
you
I
can
equip
use
some
them.
stuff, you know?
I need to go see what warlock proficiencies are.
I'm pretty sure a warlock proficiency is light armor.
Most likely, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, light armor. Yeah.
I need
So,
to see if tieflings have any
Hmm.
proficiency.
I'm not sure how there's now two Jonathans.
yeah, but no, there's nothing in here that you can really use effectively.
All right, so I tell them, unfortunately, there's nothing here in the shop for me, but they might be interested in buying. I show them the sword and say, how much would you be willing to offer me for the sword?
And they look at it, they're like, I'll take this for 5 gold.
5. Come on, look at this. This is fine quality. 8.
5.
Ah, fine. All right, 5 it is.
Alright. You sold this
And
definitely not stolen Gladius.
let me just remove this Gladius. How do I delete an item?
At the very bottom, you'll see a button that says modify.
Modify.
Yep.
Ah, there we go. Gladius. Delete. Beauty. Okay, I'm gonna go find the general market. Oh, by the way, can I? Oh, excuse me.
Oh god, he's dead.
Ah, no, I'm mute, but I'm choking.
It's
Can I
not
tell
good.
what's in the keg? Can I just quick taste it?
It appears it's something that's alcoholic. However, you cannot identify it.
Really? Okay.
Horse.
Yep.
He
The
could have just
mystery
poisoned
Does it
keg.
himself.
taste particularly strong?
It is very strong.
All right, I'm gonna hold on to it then.
Yeah, Tabadan's gonna move over to Saren's table and start asking her more about the job the gang is doing. Because she seems a little more sane than the two who've been bugging him this whole time.
Okay.
I've been here
Hey,
the entire time. I
Sam.
just walked in here and asked questions.
Hey, Son, what is the blacksmith you talked about?
Alright, so go out the door here. He points at the door.
Oh,
Go down
Jonathan, I
towards
can
the
take you.
stairs.
Uh-huh.
And then just go all the way to the left.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Yep.
Oh wait, here I can show you, Jonathan. But before I go away, I ask, does the blacksmith still want to stab me?
I mean, just don't do anything stupid.
Can you elaborate on that point, please?
Don't get in the way of his work.
Me somersaulting, me stealthing and interfere?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go help Jonathan.
No.
Oh, never mind. I guess he doesn't need me.
Yep, he's just gone.
Well, I'm just gonna walk over to. Wait.
Hey, what?
Ah,
Hey, Gregis.
walk over to this tree and wait to see if there's any small animals around it.
Sup,
Okay.
sup.
for
What's
small
the
animals.
blacksmith? This is the blacksmith. I was just told to go downstairs and just thank you. Hello? Excuse me, Mr. Blacksmith Soul?
He puts down the metal that he finally found. Is like, yes, how can I help you?
I was told you stabbed my little friend.
Yes, would you like to be next?
No, I'm good. I was just wondering, what'd you stab him with? Cause he seemed pretty scared.
My sword,
What kind of sword?
a long sword.
Dang, must have gotten a pretty good hit. Anyways, could you?
I mean, he's a gnome. Any amount of damage or pain or whatever could appear to
you're
be
right.
lethal.
You're right. Can you make a? What's like the? How much is like your best short sword?
Well, what do you mean by best short sword?
Sharpest. Most lethal.
All short swords do the same damage.
Yeah, but his sword was the I don't know, the something sword.
Pretty sure he
the
enchanted
weapon.
it with magic.
Yeah, Cypher will say, at some point, you can no longer enhance a blade, with physical means.
Okay. Can you enchant it to be sharper?
I can't, no.
Is it possible to enchant it to be sharper?
Yes.
So you can't, but okay. Can I take out my short sword and how much for you to sharpen this to the best you can?
A gold.
Hmm?
Oh, they can do it for a gold.
1 gold? Deal.
Yes.
Deal. I hand him my short sword and
Wait,
I hand him my short sword and 1 gold.
Alright. He's gonna walk over here. And then he's gonna start, like, doing some magic. You're gonna see your blade just glow, like, very bright. Like, almost blinding bright. And then you're just gonna see that, like, some metal falls to the floor and he's gonna hand it back to you.
blue,
Thanks.
great, glowing light, magical orbs start flying around.
Thanks.
A little bit of metal falls off.
Congratulations,
So-
you have attained short sword.
Is it now like super sharp?
No,
Is it now like super sharp?
it's just been magically sharpened now.
Okay, so okay.
It's not sharper.
But it
It's
does like
just
extra damage.
no. It's basically the exact same. Now it's just like a pristine blade rather than a used blade.
Oh god. Okay.
Yep.
You can now say you own a sharper sword.
Cool.
Yep.
All it took was 1 gold.
Okay.
Rather than
Well-
having a used like messed up blade, now you have a pristine like factory new blade.
Can he upgrade it again? To like something better?
Hey, real quick, I offer up to Gragas to try some of this crazy ale brew thing that I found. It's really strong. Try it out.
I try it, and with my background of a heavy drinker, can I roll history to see if I know what type of beer it is, based off of the taste and texture?
Sure.
Let's do this. Let's identify it.
Oh god.
Fuck.
You have advantage. Grow again.
Let's go.
Natural 20.
10.
Ah,
Fuck.
All right. You taste it. You aerate it. Yep. Swirl it around. Taste some more. And you know where this came from. This is
Mm-hmm.
very valuable, actually. This is rum
Damn.
from. I don't know, what is this place's name? A rum from the city of Riven.
Uh-huh. Okay.
From
I
the
tell
city
them
of
that.
Riven.
Yeah, I tell you that.
Nice.
Do you know how much it is?
Nope. I probably bought it when I was drunk, and I was like, "What's your best beer?" More drunk. Okay.
You know, in fact, that it is not beer.
I know. Alcoholic beverage, whatever you want to call it. I just say,
Alcohol
I legitimately
equals beer.
yeah, pretty much. Just beer. It's just.
Alright. Well, now that that's happened,
Can the blacksmith
No.
upgrade my sword again?
Cypher will say, I do not have the magics to make your sword any better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
How
next
much-
to a tree. Is there any, like, small woodland animals living in said tree?
No. Like, other than maybe like a bird.
I can talk to that.
Okay.
Hey!
The bird looks down at you and just says, what you want?
You know where I can find cool stuff here?
Cool stuff everywhere, you just gotta look.
You are very wise, bird.
Yeah, I know. And he flies off.
Bird will remember that.
So, Mr. Blacksmith, actually, can I get your name Can I get your name so I can stop calling you Mr. Blacksmith?
My name's
Or do I need to
Cypher.
call you Mr. Thank you. Cypher, can you make a better short sword, then enchant it again to make it even better? So it's like 2 times better than this.
I-
Like maybe. Like, do you have a better metal than my sword here?
I could have it coated or plated with another metal if that's what you want.
If that happens, would I not be able to dual wield it?
So there are a few types of metals you can plate it with, and depending on the metal will change like the properties. He will describe this in character, but I'm talking out of character. There
Okay,
is
so-
gold, which will affect some lichens. Silver, which will affect lichens such as werewolves. There's adamantine, which will make it a heavy weapon. But I think it's like, it does something really good. You can order a mithril blade, which makes the blade
Mithril
have the
blade.
light property. If it already has the light property, it does nothing.
So
Um,
I asked
Yeah.
him for the best metal he could add to it but will still allow me to dual wield it.
He asked you what you wish for it to do.
Be Sherpa.
Stab werewolves, maybe?
You
Be
hear
Sherpa,
a
I guess.
sigh.
Okay, better at
This
killing
is a
humans.
gnome all over again. Except at least he didn't ask me these kind of questions. At least he just allowed himself to be stabbed.
Well, what's your blade recommendation?
Just be good with a sword, then you won't need to have an upgraded sword.
Well, if
Poor
I have a better sword, and
Man,
I'm
he
better
just
with
really-
the sword,
Poor Cypher.
Man, he really just said, get good.
okay. Well, Cypher, if you make me a witty good sword, plus I'm witty good with swords, that makes me godly with a
I
sword.
doubt it.
Okay. Now how about this? If I gave you a weak short sword that's literally about to break, like you can see the rust from like 100 miles away, and you gave me a witty good sword.
He just starts like working on the metal.
Yeah.
I am listening. Continue
Yep.
on.
I'm so interested in what you have to say.
He just starts working while you're talking.
Can we cut to my character looking for more woodland animals?
Blah 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 blah.
Hold on.
Are there any woodland animals in this tree?
Once again, there's probably only birds in this place.
Hey guys.
I want to talk to them.
Sup.
You see a seagull.
Hello, seagull.
It screams at you, for it does not know what is happening.
Yeah, that's a seagull.
Hold up. Did these guys notice all this? Are these guys like noticing this
We
guy?
live in a world of magic. Talking to animals is like the most normal thing you can do.
Yes, but these guys aren't magical.
Oh.
So, like,
An adamantine weapon, if it hits, is a critical hit.
so it's guaranteed critical.
Yep.
Ah,
Of
okay,
course,
so
you have to afford said
Yes.
adamantine.
and how much is it? How much is it from this guy?
You asked the price of an adamantine short sword?
Yep.
Alright, hold on.
With the property of light.
He's just
Oh,
Was it
it's
good light?
adamantine. It can't be light. It will be a heavy weapon.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
I'll keep
Potion
that magic in
vendor.
mind. Okay.
This whole exchange make me think of the whole potion vendor thing. I need your
Uh.
strongest potions. Can't handle my
You cannot
potions.
handle my strongest potion.
I just noticed this was Jonathan in the tavern.
Davbar.
Yes.
Mr. Squeakers demands cheese.
What happened to your cheese house?
I live there. I can't eat it.
So, how have you tolerated these clowns as long as you have?
It's
He's
funny.
talking to Saren.
Oh,
Tavin and still talking to Saren.
I thought that you meant in real
Saren
life.
says to him, you know, just try to ignore them. But that's all I can really do.
Right. Well, I
Most of
am.
them don't have the mental capacity to talk to you while working, thankfully.
I see. And what is? And is your job hiring? They seem rather eager to have an extra hand on board, and I am looking for coin.
I was only assigned because none of them knew how to use the boat. Yeah, so
Navy.
you can say that.
You could say that up for me as well. Oh,
Are there like cellars in this area next to the blacksmith?
What?
The area next to the blacksmith, is there like any like I thought there was like general goods here as well.
The only person next to the blacksmith you see is this guard.
Okay, I guess I know that, so I'm gonna go back over to the tavern area.
Wait, so he saw through the wall?
Well, when he was over here getting stabbed.
He's doing more than just being stabbed, but yes.
Ask these guys if there's an apothecary here somewhere nearby.
They say if you want potions, they point. Go up over there, you'll see the blacksmith, go past him, and there'll be a guard up in the corner.
Perfect, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Wait, so is my sword done yet, or is he still working on it?
What's up, guys?
You haven't told us about how
You
much the adamantine is yet.
Probably expensive.
Oh, it absolutely is, but we still
I
need
can
to hear it. I'm gonna say like
A short sword
2,000 gold plus.
A short sword is 10 gold. An adamantine short sword would probably be about like 750 gold.
Yeah.
I believe the correct response is damn.
Damn, girl.
Damn,
I
son,
asked
what'd you
this guy
find
right
over
here
there?
what he has to sell at the apothecary.
It's like,
Potion seller, I need your strongest potion.
do you have a general idea on what you want? We have just basic potions for sale, basic gear, travel supplies, rations, things like that.
Do you have any rope?
How much rope would you like?
Take about 50 feet of rope.
Alright. That will be 5 silver.
Alright, let me just add that.
Yep.
I'll be right back a second. Sorry.
Alright.
Alright. I asked the people in the tavern where Saren is. I would like some cheese.
Someone will, like, pull out a cheese platter. It's like, alright, what type of cheese do you want? How much do you want?
How much
cheap
per
and biggest.
cheese?
Um,
The cheapest kind you got.
Please
Uh,
be cheap. Please be cheap.
it's like, well, what type of cheese do you want?
The cheaper one.
Alright.
The cheap.
You hear Mr. Squeakers just make an angry squeak.
I gave you a cheese house. Leave me alone.
Alright, and then they'll pull out some cheese. Like, alright, do you have a quantity you want, or what?
Can you tell me how much each piece is worth so I can calculate?
A full wheel will be about 2 gold.
Do you hear that, Mr. Speakers? Do you hear how much that is?
Mr. Squeakers says I have brought you more than 2 gold.
You have brought me 5 silver. You know how little that is.
Alright, sorry about that.
The rat
It's
cannot
fine,
comprehend. It only knows
Yes.
coin.
Notice how the person is so
I'm arguing with something in my bag.
All
Mr.
of the
Blacksmith.
merchants, like, down there are looking at you funny.
Mr.
Come
Blacksmith.
on, we live in a world of magic. Does me talking into my bag really seem that weird?
To commoners, yes.
Mr. Blacksmith.
Yes.
I put some sparkles right here. Is that weird?
Yes to you as well. The Cypher will look at you. Yes.
I want to. Is it possible to make. I'm gonna send you an image.
Oh my god. Also, Drago, were you doing something with your sword? Like, what were you doing?
I want to
I
make a
gave him
pillar.
my sword. I gave him my sword to upgrade it.
Alright, he
Upgrade
hands
it
your
to
sword
gold.
back.
The pillar of that image.
Oh my god.
Put it in general chat so we can all see it.
Okay.
I see. A battering ram.
Oh god.
I see. You want a siege weapon?
Oh god. Oh,
Damn.
Pillar.
You walk up to blacksmith. Blacksmith asks what you want. You say one word. Pillar.
And then I try to best describe it as whatever the fuck that is.
Cypher's like, okay, what do you want it to be made out of?
What do you suggest?
I mean,
I want to break shit. So,
do you want it
and
to
I
be
don't want it to
metal?
break.
You want it to be stone? What do you want it?
Well, what is the most durable thing that's decently cheap?
Probably just steel.
All right, how much would it cost for steel pillar? And how much would it weigh? Question mark. That's another thing.
Google.
Ah.
okay.
I need an improvised weapon, so.
Pillar improvised weapon does more damage than anything else.
I was like, this or a dead, or I'm using some dead body most of the time, so.
Why not both?
Just attach them to the pillar.
No, you dual wield it. Pillar in one arm, dead body in the other.
Man, I must be strong then. Damn. Okay.
I'd like to ask
I'd
this
say
guy if he has any healing herbs or potions.
He goes in the back, pulls out 3 items. Two red potions, and a potted plant.
What
It's
does
green.
the potted plant do?
It's a green potted plant. It is not
Just a
weed.
plant? What does it do?
Regardless,
I ask,
said
him,
is
I ask him what it does.
you eat it.
I eat the plant. I have to keep it alive. What do the 2 red potions do?
Alright, the smaller one is a common potion. The bigger one is what's called a greater healing potion.
So I might need some help because maybe I'm supposed to know this, but how many like healing points would that give me for this common one and for the greater potion?
A common healing potion is, I think, 2d4 plus 2. And a greater is 44 plus 4.
2d4 plus 2 for standard, 44 plus 4 for greater.
Okay, cool. And how much is the greater potion?
100 gold.
100 gold.
Oh, wow. And the common one?
50.
50.
Okay. I can't afford either, so the conversation is moot. Thank you, sir.
The guard asks
Jonathan's
you
clone
want to
keeps
buy some
respawning.
plants.
How much is the plant?
I could sell you 5 for 10.
Nah, I'm good, thanks. I
Alright,
wouldn't be able to keep him alive long enough. Cheers.
Still looking
Move
about this,
back to
looking
my
for the pillar.
conversation about weirdness and magic and the fact that we live in a magical world.
I wonder how much, or how many of you realized the joke there with the plant.
Oh.
Resident Evil.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, I thought that was a weird, different direction.
Never seen it.
Healing items in that game are like different colored herbs, like green herbs, red herbs, yada yada. I would like to think that Saren was able to properly convince Tavidan, and now he's part of the group. We don't have to do the full conversation, but I think that would be the general gist of it.
Chrome just fucking died, I guess.
My pillar will never be made.
Yeah, I guess not. Just Chrome said no.
I'm sorry, Pillar too powerful. We cannot allow you to go any further. So are we back with how much cheese there is?
How much
Yeah,
cheese
pepper
are you
jack
buying?
cheese, mozzarella cheese, blue cheese, Kobe cheese, provolone,
So
Wensleydale.
Swiss.
so one gold, so two
Cheddar.
gold pieces will have one wheel of cheese.
Yes.
So how much is 5 silver worth of cheese?
You'll get like maybe a 1/8 slice.
Okay, 5 silvers worth of cheese, please.
Alright. Do
Mr.
this.
Scrooge is gonna have a fucking stroke.
Right. Cypher. Gragus, or god damn it, I said that backwards.
Ah! Uh-huh.
Gragus, Cypher will look
Uh-huh.
at you and be like, "Can you afford this?"
Depends on how much we be speaking.
All right. You sure you want this to be steel?
Alright. Well, I asked what was good and cheap, and you're like, steel. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing some math in my head, and you know,
Uh-huh.
steel weighs quite a bit.
Okay. Never. I don't know. I asked what you suggested. I said I wanted to break shit, and I didn't want it to break, so.
Would you like a mithril pillar?
Fuck off! I said cheap! Foam.
Oh
mithril,
God.
Fucking most expensive thing in this fucking game.
Well, I mean, the only other like thing that's cheaper than the steel and slightly,
Stone?
well, no, well, the stone will probably
Heavier.
break, so not good for
Oh.
your use.
Alright, so how much for steel, and how much does it weigh?
Well, I mean, there's one thing less than steel that slightly weighs less and is slightly cheaper,
Mm-hmm.
and that's tin.
Fuck off. Okay. It's a fucking tin can I'm carrying around. It's a fucking trash can. Alright, so how much for the steel and how much does it weigh?
Right.
Is it, can I
How
use it?
long? Like, how many feet long do you want it to be?
You see, like, that guy right there? It's about, like, see that sizing?
Alright,
about
how
as big
tall
as
are
that.
you?
Well, probably, like, I think I'm 7-something.
7 feet? Okay.
7 feet, 6 inches.
7 feet.
It's a little bit shorter than me. So,
Okay.
like, 6 inches shorter, so just 7 foot long,
Alright.
if possible. But we can shorten that down if I can get a cheaper price and it weighs less.
Holy fuck.
There's a lot of calculations going on. I'm very worried for my life. Man, I wish I had more strength stat. I can't wait to be level 4. So I can carry just a little bit more. Oh no. The laugh's gonna kill me.
I don't even have the price, but I have the weight.
Okay, wait, what are we looking at?
2,250.
They destroy like the ship we're standing on.
Potentially.
Just like the moment that it touches the ship, immediately breaks the wood.
Is there anything? Wait, I don't even think it'd be possible to use this shit. To try to even like move it, it'll be annoying. What the fuck?
Ah yes, annoying. That is what it's gonna be. Annoying.
Yeah. What? What's wrong? A problem?
The
More
only
than two.
the only thought I have in this is just Lamau.
Yeah. That's why I asked about it for future purposes and how much I would actually figure out how much it would be. I was thinking about it when I was thinking about how heavy do I want to make this spear? Oh wait, I need an improvised weapon. I need a pillar. My brain goes interesting places.
Like, oh wait, no, I need an improvised weapon. Let me just take something that's used to support buildings and just hit people with it.
If it supports buildings, then I can just beat the hell out of people with it, you know?
The great Colosseums were made, and you just take one of the pillars and just start beating somebody with it.
Man, I wish I picked something besides variant human, because I wish I could carry more now. It's always depression when I think about carrying more shit. You figure out a price yet over there, big guy?
Oh, you're going through with it?
I'm just no, I'm asking for the price of it. I'm just trying to figure out the price.
Hmm.
Just asking for future purposes. Probably won't be able to use it now, but
He says, "All right, if you can carry it, I'll make it for 1 gold."
For the day when he can carry a ton.
for the day. All right, how much
A
would it weigh if
pound
it
of
was
steel is 1 gold.
Okay, how many pounds? So it's 2,000.
2,000.
What the fuck? Okay,
You
well,
can get
how
1
about
pillar or 1
hey, you
magical
guys have a
floating bolt.
you guys a guy who could make a wooden pillar?
Actually, just so you know,
Make
if
a
you want to
wooden
go,
pillar with like studded metal ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a
if you
guy who could do
want, if
that.
you save up 2,000, you can get like a magical folding boat.
I
Uh,
could
And it's
probably get it.
magic.
There probably could be an enchant to make the weight lessened. There probably exists something in the world that
oh,
can do it, but I
definitely.
don't know.
Cypher will be like, I could probably get you a wooden pillar, if that's what you
With
wish.
with some metal in it, like at the ends when I hit them with it.
Yeah, I could
It's not like
probably do
full metal.
that.
So how much would that cost, big guy?
Calculating the weight.
Some in addition to cost, because I need to know so I can figure out how much I'm be spending here.
400.
There's perfectly good trees you can just cut down and use.
It would weigh about like
Yeah,
450 pounds.
can I swing it?
I
Because
guess
the whole goal is to
with-
swing it at a building or a person potential.
I mean,
I'd be
you
very
could
slow on the
definitely
person.
use it as a ram. My question is just,
Can I ram a
the fuck?
person?
I mean, I guess you could. You could use it as a battering ram.
Let's go.
Right.
Don't worry, I'll help.
I'm a one-man apocalypse.
Wait.
I'll just help you with the battering ram.
If you're using it for like sieging, you would probably need like additional hands on it to help.
Sure, but I'm trying to beat people with it.
No, I don't want real life prices.
Just real
Yes, I would
person.
like a siege weapon. Let me go on to eBay real quick. There is a steal on eBay. Only 200 bucks for a real life siege weapon.
I just read somewhere 10 gold per ton of wood, and I'm just like, what?
Ton.
Yeah.
That's like 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
But you
Right.
just found the question on Google, so that means somebody else did the math to find out.
It
And that's
doesn't seem
hilarious to
right.
me.
That's actually really cheap for a ton of wood.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, to be
Someone
fair,
light this
there's
on
like,
fire, I'ma cry.
don't worry, things can't be set
Actually?
on fire magically if somebody's holding or
Right.
carrying it.
Oh god. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say it's gonna cost about 100 gold.
Fuck. How much does it weigh?
450 pounds.
Oh yeah. Do you guys have any trees?
Not on the island, no.
Alright, I'll talk to you later. I'll
I'm
get back to
gonna
you.
call a lie on that one. What's this thing right here?
That's a part of the garden.
Yeah, but that's a tree, isn't it?
Gragas will make his own sooner or
Not with
later.
that attitude.
Wait, does he see a pillar right here? What is this?
Those are pillars, yes.
Just inspecting it, he's like, I'll get you one day.
Attacks a fortress. Not to steal anything, just to take a singular pillar.
All right. Vegas is like.
This is
"All
why
right,
you
I've
all
had
are gonna die.
Yes.
What do you
but
mean?
it'll
I
be
hit things with
hilarious.
pillars. What's wrong with that? I'm playing baseball with a gnome with my baseball bat. You know, it's just a bigger baseball bat.
Let me
All
guess, the
right.
gnome is the
I
baseball.
give the 1/8 amount of cheese of a wheel. Give it to Mr. Squeakers, and I tell him that's how much cheese you get for 5 silver.
Angrily eats cheese.
It's not
Uh-huh.
my fault. Blame the
Where-
economy.
Where's the cheese seller?
Like down here at the bottom somewhere. There's just various like food merchants here.
All right, how much? How much for a wheel of feta cheese?
Is that like high quality cheese?
I don't know what feta cheese is.
Wheel of feta?
Yes, a wheel of feta cheese.
No.
I'm gonna
I don't
assume
know
it's
how
better quality than whatever you just bought, so probably about like 5 gold.
All right, I give him 5
Greek
gold.
cheese.
I spend 5 gold on a wheel of cheese, and then I'm like, Mr. Squeakers, come out.
I take out Mr. Squeakers.
Hey, Mr. Squeakers, do you want cheese?
100%. He'll jump on that.
He's like, here, Dav Bar, here's cheese for Mr. Squeakers.
Alright,
Gives a wheel of cheese.
bow to
Feta-
Gragas. Show your appreciation.
The,
I already
the,
taught him this
the
trick.
rat will bow.
He's like, thank you for cheese.
Alright,
Please-
I put Mr. Squeakers back in the bag and give him his cheese.
How many cheese wheels are in there now?
3. I mean, he made a house out of 2 of them.
Mr. Squeaker's gonna set up his own hotel now.
Now he's
just
gonna be a
gonna
pimp. He's gonna be a pimp.
I'm just gonna like walk into a tavern. The tavern guy is gonna be like, "Oh, can you help me get rid of this rat infestation?" I'm just gonna be like, "Come one, come all to the cheese hotel."
Wow.
I'm gonna be like the co-owner of the cheese
The
hotel.
rat man.
I'm gonna be like the kingpin of rats. No, I'm not gonna be that. I'm gonna be like the bodyguard of Mr. Squeakers. He's gonna be the kingpin.
Oh my god.
I want Mr. Squeakers to have a mutation and then just become a really buff rat.
Damn.
And wear a crown. I don't know.
I'm gonna find an artificer and put nano machines into my rat.
Mano machines.
It's even smaller than normal nano machine. There's
Right.
gonna be like a Metal Gear Rising in my bag.
Metal Gear rat. Hey, what the fuck are you guys doing now?
Well, Greg is gonna go up to Sarah and be like, "So, how long are we staying here?"
Saren says we can leave now if you wish.
Alright, let's go.
All right, we have
Mr.
everybody
Squeaker's
ready.
Mr.
Yeah, I'm
Squeaker's
good.
got what he wants. We're going. I think we found out who our leader is. Mr. Squeakers.
I still think it's Salem, but okay.
This will either be the best or worst decision I make in my life.
I'm letting it
Do I hear this?
He mumbles. You want to maybe like roll perception or something to see if you hear it?
Let's go.
Saren with the passive perception of 16 most likely hears it.
You probably didn't hear it then, unless the DM thinks so.
Now with a 16 probably. With a 6 probably not.
Okay.
What are we rolling?
Perception. I want to see if I hear him say this is probably going to be the best or worst decision of my life.
Saren just nods at Tapadon.
So I heard him say it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, there's worse ways to go out.
You could die from a guy with a big ass pillar and being drunk.
Now as the circus leaves,
I am a circus by myself.
Wait a minute. If we're a circus, that means we get paid. Where's
You
my
are getting
payment?
paid.
Let's go.
I would say Cavalier probably needs like 30 minutes to grab his shit, and then he'll pop up later. Boop, boop, boop. There.
Alright. Alright.
We're going on a ship tour.
To sleep in the daytime,
Alright.
so that way I can stay out during night.
Tabadon. You follow them, like, past all these big ships, it's like these giant trade ships, to a small schooner. And your knowledge of boats indicates to you that they're 2 people undermanned.
Where the hells are your crew?
We are the crew.
I'm really like boats, so I count for like 50 people.
No, you fucking don't. No.
Okay.
Yes, I
I'll go-
do. I'd like to roll deception for this.
As we start going, I'll go like the top of the ship and be watch out. And nice.
What do you want me to roll against for that?
I'll summon 3 bullets.
Against the deception?
Yeah.
Probably, insight. Yeah, insight.
Come on, Nat won this. Come on, do it.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Let's go!
Alright, but the moment I see you, trying to think of a sailor term, sorry. The moment I see you tie a knot wrong, I'm gonna not believe you anymore.
Tie a knot?
I'm trying to remember all the terminology. He probably would go on
I mean,
about.
my character's like tying a knot? Like, what do you mean?
He's gonna explain like because I can't say it exactly out of care. I can't word it myself because I'm not very good with boats. But basically, he's gonna start explaining about like sails and rigging and that kind of stuff that requires you to tie knots properly, or else they fuck up.
Yes, I can do that.
Saren will walk
Show
over
me.
and says,
I being within earshot, think that there's a lot of bullshit sound coming out of you.
yeah,
Hey, I've
Saren will
tied
just...
knots before. I tied a knot. I tied 2 knots to get Gregos tied to the ship so he can jump out into the ocean and stab the boat.
Why
So
did
I
he need to
can.
grab the boat?
The
Not this
fact,
boat. The
the
enemy
mere,
boat.
the mere fact that you wouldn't know why knot tying is important to boating shows how little you know about boating. Like,
I like
no,
the idea of boats. That doesn't mean I
no,
know how they work.
Saren's
right?
just gonna like, okay, so you guys ready? We going yet or no?
Yes, let's
Yep,
go.
yep.
Giddy up, giddy up,
Right.
giddy up, up, up. Da-da-da-up-up.
You know what? Tavadan's gonna inspect the boat as they set off. He's gonna because now he's a little worried after that little exchange.
Roll investigation.
Not a bad idea.
Uh,
Miles says that's a great idea.
With advantage, because you actually have proficiency with water vehicles.
you said investigation, right?
Yep, with advantage. 9 to
Oof,
0. Okay.
Because I see this, I'm gonna
Ah.
investigate also, just to show him up.
Yours would be just straight investigation.
I know.
Yep.
I still want to do it though.
Alright, fine, go ahead.
I know more about the boat than he does.
Well,
Do you
here's
roll
the thing.
with advantage?
No, not
Technically, if I factored in proficiency with boats, it'd probably put me at 11 as well.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't know how to factor that into the roll.
Alright, it would just be 11. So, I'm gonna go with what Davbar. Davbar, you start looking around with him, and like in your head, you're like, "Yep, everything's tip-top shape." Tavadon over there is just screaming internally. Also, like everything's mostly okay. Like obviously, this isn't an experienced crew, but
No way. No way.
it is
I also
functional.
thought I would check it out.
All right, you can like identify some things that you're like, wait, is this correct? And then you're just not sure. And then
Okay.
you like look over at either Saren or have it done, and you're like, ah, that's how it's done. But
Do I learn a little bit?
yeah, hold on, that's what I'm getting to here.
All right.
If he's
Yeah.
paying attention, sure he'll teach.
But Tavadan, you also notice that this is the ship itself, as you like find poking around, is an Alliance trade ship.
His face would probably sour at the realization, but he wouldn't like make it obvious that that's an issue for him.
The urge to purge begins the search.
Inside check.
Sure, if you wish.
Can I roll deception against it?
Sure.
Hat 20, let's go. Darn.
Alright, you don't see that. Alright. Malacio, while you're looking around, you're the first person to go check the cargo other than Sarah.
Nice.
Yeah. So as you go down
And?
to the where all the cargo is stored, you look around and you notice that there's just a bunch of chests.
Okay. Are
Yep.
they locked?
If you check them all, they are all locked.
Okay.
Which, this is odd. Because, usually in a shipment, most normal shipments have at least something else. And just the fact that everything's stored in a chest is kind of weird.
I go up above decks and report this to everybody.
Alright. Saren will just kind of shrug it off.
Nobody cares. Not important.
Yeah, I don't care at all. Nope,
All right.
don't care.
Not really go.
Not one tiny bit. Nope, don't care. And I kind of scoot towards downstairs.
Wink,
Into
wink.
the-
Nudge, nudge.
Nope, don't care. Not at all. Not even an incy bitsy.
You know what? I don't really have anything I can roll for this.
Unhand me! What are you doing? Oh, I know I need a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Babies. Let's go!
Yeah.
So, what's the DC?
Higher than 5.
Don't worry, I'll just wait for a minute.
So what happened here? They were looking at the chest and got spell cast on them.
Then, so he's gonna Saren. I'm assuming, Davbar, that you were intending to go fuck with the chest, right?
My character says no. My deception, however, says yes.
Alright. Well, I passed your deception with insight.
Everyone passed my deception.
Yeah. So, Saren's just gonna walk over to you and says, "Don't mess with the cargo." Then walk back over.
I just want to see. I mean, come on.
Your job isn't to know what's in the chest. Your job is to deliver them in one piece.
Oh, this is war stuff, isn't it? Okay. See, all I need to know is if it's war stuff or not.
Oh, so you want the knowledge? Is that what you wish?
I mean, knowledge seems pretty cool.
I can give you the
Or-
knowledge about how the bottom of the ocean feels.
Do you have personal knowledge or?
Kinda, but I could give you first-hand experience if you wish.
Once
Mr.
again, I
Slinger?
believe the correct response is damn.
Hold on, let me ask something. Mr. Squeaker, how do you feel about the ocean?
It's a negative.
Okay. Mr. Squeaker said he doesn't want to be in the ocean, so I guess not.
She'll just say, "What a shame," and continue. Right. Right. Time to set sail again. Right.
All right, I sleep in the day and wake up at night, so that way I can keep watch.
Anyone remember where you guys were going?
Yeah.
We were going like here, past.
Was it that
Also,
one or that one? I don't remember.
also
I think it
Devar,
was
I'm on watch.
Baston.
Alright, I guess we're
Devar, I'm on
going to
watch.
that one.
Devar, I'm on watch. Just
Yeah, you
saying.
may be watching the day, but I'll watch in the night.
Oh no, I'm just watching the whole time.
I thought we were going up here somewhere, weren't we?
Or
No.
like, it'd be
there,
difficult to get a ship
here.
up there.
No, okay. I remember we said, or was it here? I
I
just don't remember it being here.
yeah, I don't remember.
Okay.
Boom.
Here.
I really should have wrote that down other than just the trade aisles.
We're trading with the entire island itself. We go to like here, and there's like a council of
Oh, you
like
see,
every.
where you where you're going is you go here, and then here, and then here, and then here. There.
Stop by the town of Fluffy.
There.
I thought we were going there, then there, then there, then there,
Yeah.
then
I'm
there.
good going here.
And then you'll stop
I'm
right
good
there
going
for a
here.
second, go then there, to there, and then you just ignore that place because no one goes there.
Okay.
Man, I was worried that we wouldn't have enough rations, but seeing that we have both the time for that trip and to get and the return, I think we're good on rations.
Alright, but because I don't remember, I think we're just gonna say we're going there.
Yeah. It's named, so that probably means that it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's also the only named one closest.
The next closest is
I want
Law?
this and everything in this island to be player named, so I refuse to name anything.
Wait, who named it? Who named this place Law? Okay,
Also, I named Crunk. Crunk and Law are the ones I've named.
Fluffy is the one that I named.
I named this one Bartholomew James the Fifth Jr.
I'm gonna conquer that town to change its name. I'm not gonna.
That's a
I
capital
didn't-
city. Red
I
ones are
didn't
capital
ask.
cities.
I didn't ask.
Okay.
I look at the map and see how long the name is. I'm like, okay, I feel like conquering that place just to change the name to something easier.
The original name was Bartholomew James the Third Jr.
Alright.
Also on.
I'm gonna name this town Sophia the First. If I can.
Which one?
While we're heading though.
This one right here.
I don't see anything. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I can
yeah.
see that.
While we're heading though.
No, I'll give it a serious name. I was just trying to be funny.
I mean,
Oh,
if you want to
hilarious.
name one, I can.
That one that's the reason why I named this one Fluffy is because I thought it'd be funny being so close to a volcano.
Wait.
Right. Alright. Back to serious travel.
Ah, yes, very serious travel.
Yeah,
Yep.
but while
Ocean.
we're traveling though, can I ask Gragas for the books? For a book. Yo, Gragas,
No.
can I get a book by chance?
No.
Okay. Can I wolf a station on him?
No. It's gonna be the hardest no of your fucking life.
DC 25, go make it. Fail.
You
Uh-huh.
can't even. You can't.
Yeah, I know.
I kind of just wanted to see what I would have gone.
Alright.
I'll be like, anybody being an elf here? I don't fucking. I got this stupid elf book. I don't know what to do with it.
Let me see it.
Alright, I give him the book. I give him the elven book. Like, okay, elven book.
I'm gonna look at it and read it because I know Elvish.
It's called the Elven Art of Metal. That's what I named it. That's what it is.
Is that what it says on the cover?
Yes.
I wrote the book.
Yeah.
Gragas.
Wait, am I the only one who knows Elvish, or do they know as well? One
I
of them
can
know.
read Elvish.
You
I
can
don't.
ask to
I can
see
read
if
it.
anyone knows.
I can read Elvish, but I won't know what language it is.
Oh, okay. So I'm the only one who knows that this is Elvish and can read it?
Yes.
What?
We know that it's Elvish.
You're the
but-
one that knows it's Elvish. Actually, no.
I'll go ahead and take a peek and read it, see what it is.
Well, I know it's an Elvish
Okay.
because we've had an
Gragas.
Elvish person.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Gragas, if
What?
I buy you a Beal at the next place,
No.
2 Beals,
No.
3 Beals,
No.
4 Beals.
You increasing the beer count doesn't make things good.
How about instead of buying like 50 gold of beers, you buy a 50 gold book?
You're fine.
Alright.
I think I should have seen it. I should have seen it as like a bookstore over here.
Alright. Well,
Man.
anyways. Cavadan, will you be reading this book the entire journey?
Maybe on and off, not all the time.
Well, yeah, you still have duties to do, but on your free
Yeah.
time, will you be reading the book?
Yeah, sure. If I don't need to like pray or meditate, I'll probably poke a few pages
Actually-
into it just out of curiosity.
I just
I want to read
realized
the rune book.
there are 2 people that could sail, so now the boat could go like double the distance now.
Really?
Yeah,
Because one can do day and the other can do night.
basically, yeah. While one rests, the other can sail.
All right.
I take out the spell book and I start
All right.
trying to just cast magic missile out into the ocean, failing constantly.
All right. Well,
I'll be
first
reading
thing,
my rune book.
who? All right. So, Drago, you're on watch, right?
Day trip or night trip?
What?
Either day or night, because I'm long resting so that way I don't get leveled.
It will be during the day.
Okay, then I'm not receiving.
Put you guys right there because that's where you would be. Yep. So whoever is either like looking out, roll perception. Is that just a massive no one? Okay. You got one person.
Nobody. Drago, are you not looking out?
Damn, I can't believe the person who called lookout isn't looking out. I'm just gonna assume he's dead. Okay.
Oh well. Oh,
Yep.
Who's dead?
Can't believe the
You-
dragon's dead again.
Drago, roll perception.
Wait, why?
Sure,
Because
lookout.
the DM asked you to.
Boom. There we go.
There we go.
Damn, your ears literally are just like turn off at some points.
Why? What happened? I'm so confused.
we're on our ship and
You're
we're
dying.
going, and
You were shot.
Uh,
100%.
who shot me?
You
were
did, you
stabbed by
forehead.
a gnome. Surprise!
I'm so confused. I left for like 10 seconds.
Ah,
Look
now
at
it makes sense.
All
No,
I'm
right.
so
wait.
confused. I left for 10
Anything.
seconds. My dad knocked.
Alright, anyways, with an 18, you see, basically, trying to think of how to describe it. So you remember those, like, fuck-off ships you saw last time?
Yeah. I'm so
You see
confused.
half
Am I
of
dead or
one.
not? Am I dead or not?
Oh,
No, hang
you're
on.
not.
Okay.
Hang on. Drago, while you were gone, Broken Boy said, okay, you're here. Everybody that's on lookout, roll perception. And you had said that you were on lookout, and I was also looking out. So we rolled, and you were just like AFK. And so then when you came back, jokingly said, you died and all kinds of nonsense. All we're saying
Okay.
is we have stopped. Now we've noticed some boats.
Okay, that makes more
Now
sense.
you're caught up. There you go.
Yeah. More specifically,
on.
Drago,
confused.
you see basically half of one of the Federation warships.
Hmm.
And a massive debris field around it.
Half a boat.
Okay.
Yep,
Do I
half a
see
boat.
any ships? Do I see any ships though? Like still
see half
actively
of one?
floating?
The
I
o-
see half of one.
Yeah, you don't see
But
any
any-
other ships out there.
Okay. I have 3 hawks. Can I send them over though to make sure that see if there's any survivors, anything important? Is there anything over though?
How far can the hawks go?
It doesn't say how far they can go, but it says I can communicate them for up to a mile.
Okay.
so about looks like
Yeah,
as long as an hour would be.
there you go.
Alright. You send your birds over there, and they don't see any survivors in the water.
Okay, I'm looking. Is there anything important? Is there anything that looks worth money?
I mean, it's half of a Federation warship. Who knows what's on board?
Okay, okay, I get one. Okay, I have one of them go in. I'm in his view. I'm looking at, I'm looking through his eyes right now. Is there anything worth? Can I see anything worth money, or is there anything like shiny?
You enter the
Shiny
ship
or
with the
gold?
bird?
Yes. No, the ball enters the ship, and I see.
Yeah,
through
I
the
know,
ball.
with the bird. That's
Yeah.
why I specified.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Is there
no.
anything? Ah.
Oh no.
Alright. So as
Let's
soon
go
as the
Kraken.
bird enters, you you feel that the bird doesn't exist anymore.
Oh God. Okay.
The rest
I
of
might be
you
wrong.
I
can
asked
act-
Drago, why did you just send your birds up over into the ocean?
the rest of
Yeah,
you
I'll
will
tell-
actually see
second.
an explosion off in the distance towards where the birds went.
Oh God.
Yep,
Okay.
Drago, what have
so
you
All
done?
my boards just died. Is that what you're saying?
the one that went in.
Okay. Can I get one of my boards to go like 20 feet away from where it entered and look in?
There's nothing left.
Okay. I have
I
two
get up and
boards.
I say, "No one stole my wand of fireball, right?"
Okay. Party. Good news, bad news. One, there is good news. There is no good news.
Is
Two,
that the bad news?
the good news is we have to drive as fast as freaking possible.
It's a boat. You don't drive.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
drive.
sail.
care. We need to get the head out of here.
I mean,
Just go! Go!
Would I be able to come to a conclusion about what just happened?
Make me a history check, because
I'm
you were in,
confused
We
about.
just need to get out of here.
your
Uh,
background was
I'll
when the
tell you as we
Federation
go.
Navy, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Roll me history.
Let's
Fuck.
go
Never
with
mind.
advantage.
And being my dump stats fucking me over right now.
With
Guys,
advantage?
guys,
Question mark.
just start driving the boat. I'll tell you as you go. I'll tell you as we go.
No.
Just start driving.
Right.
You,
Just
you,
start
you
rolling
guys
the boat.
didn't like use my
Drago,
wand of
Could
fireball
you
and
answer the
shoot a ship,
question?
right?
What did you do? You sent your birds off somewhere. What did you
Okay.
do? What did
I
they
sent my
see?
boards out. They saw a half ship. One entered. It died fast as frick. That explosion you guys saw? Yeah, that was the explosion. So
Well,
we
I
need to
was
get the
below
head out of
deck
here.
You still
sleeping.
have
I
two
didn't
birds
see an
there?
explosion.
Yes, there's still two boards there.
Can they see anything?
One,
Is there anything left
one,
there?
there's nothing left. There's nothing left, and I don't care to find out what happened.
So the rest of the half a boat exploded.
Yep, and that means we gotta go.
Didn't we
So,
have like cyanide, the pill thing that exploded stuff?
I cyanide pills.
Well, it was probably a weapons store, and we could have grabbed stuff, but he blew it up.
You could do that.
It was booby trapped.
How
What
do you,
was that?
wait, how do you booby trap a ship that's sinking?
I don't know. Just need to go.
I don't recall that being something the Navy would do. What's going on?
I don't know. I don't care to find out. I just want some money. So can we go now?
Magic. Let's go with magic. Okay, I'm going back to
Yep.
sleep.
Alright.
Wake
Magic.
me up when it's my shift.
Magic. Whoever's doing anything, whoever's driving the ship, let's go.
Keep driving it.
Driving the
Yeah.
ship. Going.
Day
Sailing.
one.
The term is sailing.
Sailing the ship.
Please.
I don't care. We need to get out of here. Oh, we all die.
But
This
it's
where the
so
party ends.
easy to say.
Right, assuming Drago is still on watch, I'm going to take a long rest.
Yep.
Yep, I shall be on watch for the next 24 hours again.
You
It's
know how
night.
levels of exhaustions work, right?
Yes. And then
So
the
you-
second after that 24 hours ends, I fall the second asleep.
Okay.
Well,
And I can't keep my 3 boards, okay? After an hour, I summon my 3 boards back. Cause I only need a short rest, so technically repeatedly summon them every hour.
Alright. At the end of the second day, so it's nighttime, I'm gonna
I
Oh,
need
I'm up.
whoever's on watch. Perception.
Go.
I'm asleep.
I would be up at this point, I guess.
Would I
Perception.
be like operating the ship for the like night part?
That's up to you to
Go,
choose.
nat 20!
If you are night or day. Because whatever
I'll,
you're not, Saren is doing.
yeah, Tavadan has dark vision, so he'd probably be better at night.
Alright. And yeah, Saren will be the daytime pilot, sailor,
Alright.
captain,
Captain. That's the word you're looking
helmsman. The helmsman, there we go.
for. Helms person.
Helmswoman. Alright.
Alright, what do I see?
For nat 20, you actually spy. You see a lone ship off in the distance. You have dark vision, right? Yeah, you're a gnome.
Please
Yes.
don't tell Drago.
It doesn't appear to be moving. You don't see any flags on it. However, it is just kind of sitting there.
Why'd you say not to
Okay,
tell me though?
I tell,
Because you'll blow it
Uh,
up.
It wasn't me. Something on the ship happened, and
I tell Tavadan, there's a boat out there.
And
Well, I mean, doesn't look like they look alive, so they might have some stuff.
how do you know it's not rigged like the ship you sent your little bird out at?
I didn't send anything. Okay, here. Let's solve the problem. I cast Eldritch Blast at the ship.
How far away is the ship?
Farther than 120 feet.
I try to have it go farther.
It just kind of fizzles out once it hits max range or something, or just kind of goes
At
plop into the
13,
water.
you just hit the water.
Was that supposed to be impressive?
I don't know, maybe if you got closer I could shoot it better.
And I'm not. After what happened last time we passed the ship, I'm not going to be an idiot and assume that every ship isn't rigged around here.
Well, isn't it kind of dumb to assume that every ship is rigged?
We don't.
Like, what if
If you
this
wanna
ship is
get-
rigged?
If you want to get this damn cargo of yours safely, we probably shouldn't be taking risks and triggering traps on every fucking ship that seems too conveniently placed on the ocean.
I mean, there could be cool stuff over there.
And
But I wanna.
Oh, I like cool stuff. I'm not sure about you.
I'm not easily amused by material gains, if that's what you're wondering.
No, I'm asking if you want, like, stuff.
I want to get paid for getting this job done.
Alright, but if that ship's still there by the time we get back, I want to investigate it.
Well, if you can convince Saren, then that's y'all's problem. I'm not doing it.
Alright, fine then. Let's continue on, I guess.
Alright.
Just because I want to cast Eldritch Blast just one more time.
Hmm.
I hit the ocean real good.
Like a pro.
Yeah, you hit the ocean. You feel it hit back as a suddenly large wave hits you.
you were back.
Guys, I think I found out a new power source.
Alright. About at, like, evening the next day.
Alright, I'd be up by that time.
Yeah. So, like, the sun's going down. It isn't quite night yet. Another perception.
We're getting a lot of natural 20s. That's
Like, natural 20 uselessness.
I mean,
Alright.
the ocean really good.
The Drago would be on watch. Maybe Drago's character sheet.
Okay, so we moved to buy it, right?
What?
We passed the ship.
Yeah. Make
Okay.
Oh
make
yeah, I
make a
tell everyone
perception check.
about the. I tell everyone about the ship we passed. Yeah,
Question,
we
why
passed
didn't you look me up?
because I didn't want you to blow it up like the other one.
Fuck you. Fuck you. It was a ship,
Drago,
okay?
roll perception.
Okay.
Just saying.
Alright. The highest being an 18. Yeah.
It wasn't me that blew it up. Something in the ship was active, okay?
Right. Malvasio. You see another, like, normal ship off in the distance.
I tell everybody aboard that's awake that there's a ship out there. Anyone interested in checking it out?
Okay. I
What
summon
did
a
it
board.
look like?
Just a regular ship.
Did it have any flags or something? Any identifying things?
Did it have any flags that I saw?
It has one flag.
Do I know what this flag is?
Oh, where is it? Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. There we go. Alright. Off in the distance, you see, on the ship, the flag has, it is a crossed spoon and fork.
A crossed spoon and fork.
Yeah.
Does anybody know
Oh,
that flag?
chef order. We gotta get them.
No.
The
Okay.
chef guild. No. Well, actually,
Is there anything I can roll to recognize that?
No,
history?
because it wouldn't be
Okay.
a part of the Federation.
I do,
Can I just roll history to see if I know what that ship is? That flag means?
Yeah, or
Eh,
could I? Like, how can we
Okay.
find out what it is?
I'm
Yeah, I do
thinking.
Flock of Familiar. I do Flock of Familiar. One board, one fish, and one rat. I have the board fly the rat over to the ship.
Hold on.
Land on the ship. Let
Well,
the
no,
mask
we're
go, and then
trying to
now to
get the.
close the ship.
We're trying to get the flag.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to think.
After we get the flag, that's what I'm doing.
Hmm. I guess you could roll a history check to see if you've heard of it before.
Let's go. History. Let's do it. 14. Pretty good. I mean, I guess 21's a bit better, but
Only a
With
bit. It's only a bit.
with a 21, you faintly remember hearing about rumors of a restaurant boat.
restaurant
So I
boat?
tell everybody that it's a restaurant federation boat.
Uh,
Can I
I'm so
see if it looks active or does it just look deserted?
It is
I'm
100% active.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. What?
I mean,
A
people gotta
restaurant
eat out
guild
in the
boat.
ocean.
Do we need to go get food or can we just skip it?
No, I think we can skip it. We have rations.
We are good, right? All right, let's keep going then, I guess. Moving on.
Who the hell operates a restaurant ship on the ocean?
Many.
Somebody who is a chef but also knows how to drive a boat. Dang it! Dang it, Drago! Sail a ship!
Like food trucks, you just put them anywhere, you know? Food
Alright.
boats.
Can I just like watch the food ship just say stay as the sunset goes down?
Sure.
Let's go.
Alright. After a few days of sailing, you guys eventually make it to the town.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We're finally here.
Alright. I do not have the map, but I have the assets. Game? There we go.
We
Maybe we can ask the guys we're gonna give this obviously not important stuff.
Tactical
Obviously
Bilgo.
about like what's our payment.
We're Tactical Bilgo.
Oh, that's who disappeared. Oh, I think his internet died.
Oh,
I can't tell because he's always offline, but you know.
Ask the
Oh, there's the
chat.
DM. Alright, yeah, his internet went out. So he'll be back in a bit. Alright.
the bot offline.
What can we roll to get his internet back? Persuasion?
Oh god, Yag went down as well.
Oh,
what?
what?
Yeah, Yag's down as well, yeah.
What's Yag?
One of the bots. You know,
On
the
Discord?
bot that just keeps yeeting shit in Hoser's Discord?
Yeah, that fucking thing. It's
Hold
annoying.
up. 2
It
plus
just
2
died
equals
off.
5. 2 plus 2 equals 5. So that means
Your math is awesome.
Beal. Thank you, Jose. Thank you. That means Tactical Beal must have control of Yag.
6 divided by 3 equals 10. Keep it in mind.
Exactly. Exactly.
You always have to carry the 4.
Yeah? Don't forget to
Oh,
carry
yeah.
the 7 as well.
Oh yeah, it's -7. Yep, -7. Forgot.
I ate a taco yesterday. That must mean something.
Oh,
You ate a
goddamn.
taco? That must mean you're the owner of Taco Bell, right?
Wait, I thought it was Del Taco.
What?
Do you guys not have Del Taco?
Ever heard of it?
It's Taco Bell, although I feel like I have heard of Del Taco.
Where is this stupid map at?
Taco Del is like the cheaper
that's
version
not the
of
map.
Taco Bell.
Yes,
I have too many maps. I can't find my maps in my maps.
The
And
map for the
not
map.
like-
very
of the
good,
map.
but it exists.
Half of them are useless.
So it's the map of the map with the map of the map you need for the map.
That's a lot of map.
It also
Yeah.
doesn't help I don't remember
Map.
what the map is called. I just know what it looks like.
Del Taco has an average rating of 2.5 stars.
Must suck for them. What about McDonald's?
Average rating of none stars.
Oh, okay.
McDonald's have an average rating of 2 stars. I think Karen's use reviews.
Hey, the Beal's back.
Okay, he's a. Hey!
Yo,
You going offline destroyed the Yag bot.
But the egg bot.
Yeah, one of the bots is offline.
Interesting.
I didn't even know
Nope.
that could happen.
It's hard to tell when someone's offline when they're always appearing offline.
Didn't. I told you my internet did a flip.
Do a flip,
Alright,
the
we're good.
internet just cuts out
Yeah.
again.
I just found the map. Perfect timing.
Let's go.
Great. Beautiful.
Wait, do I have
You
to do- do I have
being
to
here
open
summon the
Fusion
map
for-
from it
Yeah.
from the grave.
I had to go back into the website I got it from to find what it was named.
Fun.
Now I got to enlarge. Enhance.
Enlarge.
Large and
Enhance.
in charge.
Enhance. Enhance.
Boom.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Wait, who disappeared now? Okay, they're back.
Oh, no.
Foop.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
The Mason numbers, do they what?
What?
Oh, Snowy Town.
Interesting.
I guess only Gregus, Jonathan. Oh, no, I exist now.
Not anymore.
Poof. There's a disturbance in the force. I remember seeing this many of time.
Deja vu. I have seen this space before.
Pretty much.
I don't know who to blame. I can't even my character anymore.
Oh my god. It's literally just you.
Gonna walk forward as he breaks.
So
Haha.
I have to drag in your character while it's unbound, and then I have to rebind it to you, or else it doesn't work.
That must suck.
Something about you is broken.
Wait,
No, you're broken.
wait, are
broken,
we
you're broken,
supposed
I'm
to be?
dragging.
Are we required to carry this stuff to them, or are they gonna get the stuff?
Are you going to try to carry the cargo out?
Nope. If they want it, they can carry it. If they offer me gold to carry it, I'll carry it for them.
As you guys wander through the town, it seems like a small little town.
Obviously, just
Yeah, you don't
Going
see
through
many
cliffs?
people.
Okay. I summon my hawks, and I have them see if there's anyone still awake, like outside or anything like that.
There's definitely people around, yes.
Okay.
okay. I gather enough snow to make a snowball and just carry it.
Alright.
Important quest item for later.
Do I see
that's
any
the-
pillars?
Sorry.
The only pillars you see would be like structural, very structural to these buildings.
And
They are also not like castle pillars.
oh,
What are you looking for, Malvesio?
I cast Unseen Servant, and with the usual, have a look around, see if there's
The
anything
usual
useful.
The
Alright.
usual.
Please,
that's
just tell your
something that-
unseen servant to just
useful
steal
sneak-
stuff.
Sneak and
that's
grab,
20.
snatch job that I do.
That's right. Regular theft for him is what he's asking.
Alright. When you walk
Hello,
past this building, you see a glass
which one?
fly out.
Which one?
A glass, do I catch it?
Well, not your unseen servant grabbed it or nabbed it.
Nice.
Yep.
Now I have
Wait,
the
your
glass
unseen
for my
servant
keg
just
of,
broke a window to
Yep.
grab
It
Rum.
once again
glass.
appears to be some type of hard liquor.
nice. I drink it.
Yep. It is sake.
Nice.
Hello, yes, we have stuff. We need payment.
You're
Hello?
just like yelling around now.
I don't know. Are we
yo,
giving
yo,
directions
what
to
up,
where-
Darren? Where we get paid, fool?
We gotta
We
find
purchased-
wherever the tavern is.
Hello,
Okay.
tavern, where are you?
Yo, where the
Wait.
tavern be?
Can my hawk?
Um,
Can my hawks see where the tavern is? Can my hawks like
I'm
identify the
just gonna
tavern?
look around to see if there's any place that says like tavern or free beer here.
You got a building here. You got a building
Free
there.
beer.
There's a building there. Alright.
Can my hawks identify which
Your
one is
hawks
the
say
tavern?
this is a building. That's also a building. There's that building.
I go into this building.
Okay, I entered
That
this
appears
one.
to be a warehouse. Correct.
Tanvay is just gonna sigh and wave down one of the PCs he finds and asks where their tavern is.
You're gonna point.
PC means playable character.
Yeah.
I enter
You're
the
gonna point
building here.
down there.
Haha.
Is this a
I know it.
slide?
Tavern's gonna smile and thank NPC and head that way.
No, but
Wait,
I
there's a
guess
payable
it can be.
I will use it as a slide.
Oh god. Yeah, so
Jeez.
basically what this is like a wood storehouse. There's wood stored here. And it has like
No.
this little section here where they send the finished stuff down here. This is the same thing but for like metal.
I'm just the test
Oh,
subject. Don't worry about it.
I'm in the bar. Well, I'm in the tavern.
Like, put
do I
yourself
see the
over
pole?
the building.
Like that?
There we go.
Wee.
Oh,
Yeah,
th-
you're
oh
inside,
yeah,
do
that's the
that.
outside patio. Okay. Who do I see the person or am I peeking him already?
You don't know who you're looking for.
Okay.
Help! I have.
Who I yell. Who do I ask for payment for delivering this crap?
You just walk into the front door and yell that?
Do I see where Jonathan is?
No.
It's a closed
You-
building.
Nobody knows. That kid's crazy.
Okay.
Uh,
So does
this
anyone
looks
respond?
like a pretty big building. I thought maybe I should go in here.
I
Does
mean,
anyone respond?
Tavidan is going to take the more subtle approach and approach the bartender
yeah, the
and ask,
bartender would, like, yell and I was like, what you yelling about? Come have a seat. Stop yelling.
Okay. Wait, what is the bar at?
Just say
Is this
it's
the-
right around
Okay.
here. Yep. Right
Okay.
around there.
I sit down.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, is this the
So I
tavern?
bought it all crap. Now who do I give it to?
Alright. Do you have the contract?
That bar
Here.
given the contract.
Once again, me being the leader, he gives it its perks. Here's a contract.
Okay, Soldier Boy is giving you the contract, and I will.
He, like, reads it over, is like, yes. I'm assuming you guys docked it. Oh, docked?
Yep.
Yeah. Alright.
Yep. Damn it.
No,
okay.
we fucking walk.
Wait, if the contract talks about gold per head, I need to go grab somebody. Please pay us.
Yep, please grab the entire crew.
Okay, be back.
Oh,
Malvicio, where are you?
over here.
In character. Malvicio, where are you? Malvicio, come. We need
Yeah.
you for payment.
Just walking down
Hell
the
are you
street
yelling at me
screaming.
for? What's up?
We need you if you want to be paid.
Oh, right. All right, let's go.
Come on.
Adventurers really are just nuisances to society. Just
Oh, yeah,
walk
we
into
are.
town, start yelling.
Yep.
Fully
well,
armed.
Judging by the lighting of this place, it's like dead night.
Yeah, it's pretty late right now.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to yell to light up the area.
All right, come on. Okay, I think this is everyone. Hold on, let me
Alright.
count.
Yes, this is everyone.
Yeah, this is
Now how
everyone.
much? Now how
The-
much per head?
The barkeep will, like, pull out some, like, it's like, how many of you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6? Okay. Alright,
Oh,
and
seven.
they'll hand a bag to each of you.
What's in the bag?
Jeez.
Yes, you open it, there are 50 cheese coins.
I love cheese.
Yeah.
I can't buy anything with cheese
It's
coins.
50 gold.
No.
Okay, 50 good. Okay.
And the barkeep will say, and if you guys can please, well, I could supply you guys with rooms while we unload the ship.
Mm. How
To
much
help,
is
you gotta pay
How
me
much is
more.
one? How
Well,
much would I have to pay?
the rooms would be free because of the delivery.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also,
If
is
you
that
want me
a
to
pool?
help
Is that a pool?
unload stuff, I need more payment.
Is this a pool?
That is
Yes.
a roof.
Nope.
Okay.
These
Okay.
that is water.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sewage water.
No.
Devar, you wanna go for a quick swim? You fight.
Hold
Your
on.
fight stick. You can warm up the
Hold
pool.
on, wait. I need to make sure of something. Will I be paid more if I help you get the stuff off of the ship?
No.
Then I'm not helping. Okay. I'm going to my
Devar,
room.
Devar,
No.
come here. Devar,
No,
come
I
here
don't.
first.
I
The
don't trust
barkeep
you.
will say, will point. Alright, so how many of you? 6? Alright. And then he'll point at these 3 buildings, like, out the door. Alright, those 3 are assigned to you guys.
Should
2
we
beds
label this?
per structure.
Alright, I'm going to bed. I'm out. Okay, this is like a 2-person bedroom?
Yep.
Okay, me and Mr. Squeakers, that's 2. Alright.
Tavidan's gonna chat up the bartender a little bit before he heads off.
Alright.
He's thinking about the ship that exploded and wants to know if like the barkeep's heard any rumors from like travelers or the like about that.
Okay.
Goss, what are you doing?
Roll a persuasion check.
All right.
Yo!
Okay. Alright.
Natural
I'll call him handsome in the process too,
Yep,
and
this
give him a little wink.
bartender immediately falls in love. No.
Okay, let's have fun. Fade to black now.
No, I
Oh.
refuse.
All right, I'll go into detail then.
I
No.
refuse. The bartender says that there's been rumors about the Federation sending out false ships. They basically go out and, well, self-explanatory, they just pretend to be threats where the either Alliance will come board them or attack them. Where, with the assistance of some new mages from the capitals, will detonate a chain reaction.
Interesting.
Yes. If you've seen
Um,
one, that's actually quite rare. Supposedly they are very effective at detonating.
Anything to keep those Alliance bastards out of our lands, I suppose.
Oh, also one thing you should probably note about this town is that you've seen no guards.
That would be a cause for concern.
When
I guess-
I was over here, is this like the entrance to a mine?
Yes.
Over here? Okay, just making sure.
Speaking of military, this place seems rather unguarded.
I mean, this place always has had a low military presence. What few guards there were have been
Shady-ass motherfucker.
basically, well, conscripted to
Right.
the Navy. Yes.
Tavidan's gonna nod sagely, not really respond to that. Well, as much as I'd like to keep you company, I need to get some rest. It's been a long trip, and I'm happy to be back on land. And he's gonna leave with that.
Alright. He, like, nods as he leaves.
As soon as Tavadan leaves the fucking building, he's like, "Alright, what's your fucking hardest liquor?"
Alright, he pulls out, like, a clear, like, bottle and is like, I'm afraid this is,
How much for a shot?
a shot. Go,
Shot
silver.
glass. Alright, what's
Tavidan will board with Mal. He's the one who given him the least trouble so far.
I've done no trouble.
Yep.
So you
Right.
open the door to every house to see which one has the best roommate?
Alright,
Yes,
I have
he does.
a shot glass of whatever. What? Can I ask what the hell this is?
Sake.
That's the hardest shit you got in this place?
Yep.
What the hell? Alright, he's just like. Okay. And then the bartender notices a little bit of a change in Gregus.
Oh god, he's turning Japanese.
Yada. No. And then Gregus will go out the door. And then he will sleep over here in the snow.
Man. What a party. Alright. is that all everyone's doing?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's
She's just staying in the bar.
She's not gonna go to sleep.
I mean, that's probably the safest option. Not gonna lie.
Who said she isn't gonna sleep?
Yeah.
Dun.
She'll go to bed whenever she feels like it. She's a grown woman.
All right, fair enough. I was just kind of curious about which room area she's gonna
Kind of
go.
why I was leaving my space open, but somebody took it. Yeah.
Well, you're the one who's given me the least hell since I started this voyage. Sorry about that.
Can I overhear this?
I was hoping she might give me a little hell.
Alright. I'll leave you alone then. If that Havan's gonna be like, nope, and he'll go into Jonathan's room, because that's the lesser of two evils.
Oh, never mind.
I see Hoser is finally embracing the inner tiefling.
The inner
Time to get
charisma caster.
Time to get my freak on.
Yeah, but
Never-
unless someone specifically comes and gets her, and she's just gonna be staying there.
Yeah.
Greg
do, I
is,
have the, do I have the ability to telepathically invite her to my bunk?
Jesus Christ.
Do I have that skill? I should have signed that skill. That would have been good. Oh well.
I do.
don't
Only I
think
do
so.
when I'm not in range.
If he successfully seduces her, I want to seduce the bartender.
what the fuck?
I thought I had a.
Okay.
Damn it! I didn't. I only downloaded the night version of this map.
Oop.
But
Hold
see,
on.
it's a cloud day. The sun is blocked out.
Yeah, it can just be a cloudy day.
I already
the
rebought the
old-
map.
The only reason I'm actually not gonna go forward and like do the whole silly hit on Saren thing is the nightmarish situation where Broken Boy would have to roleplay her responses to me.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because
If you
Okay,
guys
I
don't
take
remember, Saren is one of my previous characters.
Da-da,
yeah,
da-da.
Broken, we got a problem.
What?
okay,
Can't
I'd
open
like
my kill
to
sheet.
lock the door and then allow Mr. Squeakers to have his own bed.
As Dav is doing that, he hears a loud snoring.
All right, I see how it is. Prestidigitation, blank noise. That works, right?
Will that only work for like a minute, though?
It'll work long enough for me to pass out.
That's what you think.
Hey, Broken, I can't open my character sheet.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, so does you. So for you, when I actually have to do something.
Why can't you just
That
like
still
not
sounds like
be
a you problem.
broken? Like it's my name, but yet you're doing it more.
I don't know. I blame you for something.
You've taken his name.
You should I change my username?
Broken Boy 2. Electric Boogaloo.
188.
188.
Oh, is that better?
Oh, hey there.
Oh no.
Pixels!
Just multiply.
Pixels!
Ah!
Oh shit, there's no grid. Hold on, I need to reach. for the grid
Intensify!
This is, I can't open my character sheet.
My question is, did it snow? And will Gregus be covered in snow?
button. There was no new snow.
Damn it. I've moved.
Spoiled
I've been technically fadoofed.
Hold on, I gotta resize. Can't grab
I
the
don't want you
small
my
ass
character sheet.
squares. There we go.
Yay.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, before we went to bed, hey before we went to bed, hey, you wanna play a game of cards?
Sure.
Evidence?
Sure.
Bet.
But
You guys playing cards?
Do I need to roll anything in particular for this?
I
D20?
guess yeah, just roll a d20, I guess.
Okay.
The best roll Drago's ever done.
Did we gamble? Like, are we gambling like a couple silver or something, like in a little pot, like we're playing Cadillac or something?
I don't know. You want to go another round and try again?
Sure. I'll put like 3 silver in the pot.
I'll put the same amount.
Yeah, we'll just do a small, like we're playing Cadillac or something. You ever played that before?
Nope.
I don't know the exact rules, but it's a game my family would play a lot, where you like everyone don't put a bunch of quarters in and they kind of gambled it.
Sounds like
Alright.
Fritz's family.
I just know my mom lost a lot of money.
How does it sound like my family?
I don't know, you just love gambling, and I assume your family's the
Oh,
same.
yeah, my dad
Nope.
plays poker every single day for multiple hours.
Tabadan won this round, so that's 6 silver for him.
And I have 1 silver left over.
Alright.
Like another round?
Let's do like 2 more rolls and we'll just say we played a few rounds and went to bed. And
You gonna put money
he
on
put
it?
yeah, he'll put 4 in for this one.
I'd put 4 in. I'll put gold in. I guess. I don't know.
You put
I'll
in
put-
the exact amount. You don't get to put in more.
Yeah, he lost that round, so
Wait, I lost. How did I lose? Wait.
no, I lost. I meant he as in Tabadan lost.
Oh, okay. So I get 4 gold now.
Go 4 silver. He
Silver.
didn't.
Yeah, 4 silver.
You can put in gold, but you gotta say it before you roll.
And Tabadan will shrug and put 2 gold pieces into the next pot, and he'll say he calls it quit after this one.
Okay. I'll put 2 gold in too.
All right. And you're obviously gonna win because you have the proficiency. You're better at cards than him.
Somehow
One.
you lose more
Ow.
gold.
Oh, ow. That's just
Somehow
rude.
you lose even more gold.
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm joking. No,
I'm trying to think of a funny consequence.
the cards rip.
No, I don't want to drink his shit.
You lose so badly that you just pass out.
Praise the red, we're not playing strip poker. Things would be awkward right now.
Holy.
Right.
Okay.
My punishment for the one is I say something cringe. How about that?
Yep.
You
Right.
don't have to.
Well,
Okay.
after that, so you guys now go to sleep?
Yeah.
Right.
Go to bed.
Unless anyone else is doing anything in the night.
Is Mr. Squeakers doing anything?
Partying with the other rats.
Party Rock
dance.
is in the house tonight.
Dance,
Just like I
dance,
wake up in the
revolution.
middle of the night and see a
Let's
rave,
go.
and I say, Mr. Squeakers, no raving while I'm trying to sleep. Can you keep it down a little bit?
He gets louder.
Turns up the speaker.
Right. Well, anyways, at about like 6 in the morning, you guys are all woken by a whistle. Like a loud whistle.
Well,
The
Yeah.
heck
Well-
is that?
all right, come on, Mr. Squeakers. Let's go explore the mines. That seems to be important.
Okay.
That was
That
a
that
joke.
noise.
Bye that more.
I mean, wait, are there any cards? I look around and finally notice that there don't seem to be any cards. Is this a lawless town?
How?
Gragas, did you sleep in the snow last night?
He's still snoring. I didn't wake up to the whistle. I'm a deep sleeper.
Yeah.
Hey, Gragas. Gragas!
Still sleep.
Okay, hey, Gragas. There's a beer on the counter if you get up.
He instantly shoots up. He's like, free beer?
Yep, come on, look up.
He's like, okay.
It's too early in the morning for this. Hey, Bart, is
Okay.
bartender in here? Is the bartender in here?
Yep, the bartender's in there.
Yo,
It's his
bartender,
job.
can I get 2 beers?
Yeah, sure. 2 silver.
Got it. I give him 2 silver.
Alright,
Give one to my friend here, and I'll take the other.
you guys are handed 2 sakes.
Homie, do you only have sake?
Yeah.
You got nothing else in this
Well, we have
place?
water.
What
We
homie,
have
what
what?
type of tavern are you?
We're barely a tavern.
So,
Do I
where
get
are
fish
all the
drink?
people? I assume that there's people like walking somewhere. Where are
Yeah.
they going?
In the
Morning, Kevin.
morning, you'll either see like people gathering at the tavern for just drinks or just like greeting
morning
each other
drinking.
early morning. Other than that,
Hey,
you see
Kevin.
people going up the mountain towards the mine.
Bartend, I need another drink over here. Give
Can
one
I
to my
ask one
friend.
of the people? Hey, if I go into the mines and find stuff, can I keep it?
Preferably not.
But
And
will anyone stop me?
I mean, probably not.
Would you happen to have any breakfast tea here?
Tea?
Hey,
Actually, yes, we do have teas.
I'll take your advice.
How much
I
for a
won't
pot?
go up into the mines.
Pot of tea?
And I
That'd probably be about a silver as well.
I give him a
He
silver.
will.
I give him.
Oh, are you
gave-
beating tapped into the money to paying it?
Yeah, that and it's too early for this.
Do you want to split the pot with me, or
Sure, why not?
sure? I won't say no to a free drink then. Thank you, friend.
Yep.
okay. I want to disguise myself as like a child or something.
You already did it.
Success. Okay, I'm gonna go up into the mines.
Greg just looks out. It's like, huh. Sees child come out. He's like, Dave better. Eh. Hopefully, he doesn't get us in trouble.
And such, the gnome was never seen again.
Alright. You know what? No, I'm still disguised as a child. I just want to go into the tavern now.
Greg sees a child go into a tavern. He's like, by himself. He's like, it's Dav Bar. Okay. Good to know.
Okay, wait. I go back into the house. I disguise myself as a disheveled child.
Greg sees this child keep going in and out of this building where Dav Bar lives, and he's just thinking some bad thoughts about Dav Bar right now.
Alright. Okay. I go up to somebody and I say, can you spare some gold and silver?
Just a fucking greedy beggar.
Everyone is gonna ignore you.
Some copper, please. Someone.
Nope.
That
So-
bullshit. That's for one. Cobble.
What kind of culture is the Trade Federation? Are they like your equivalent to like Asia or Japan?
Well, basically, like, the coastal areas are like more Asian oriented, but not
Mhm.
like,
Waka waka?
think of like Chinatown in New York. That's like the
Right.
coastal regions. The further inland you go, it's more like just the rest of New York.
So it's Italy.
What?
Okay, so no, I actually chose a good character design because he does
And
look
if you
like
wanna
he
play
could pass as like.
Borderlands, go to the volcano.
Okay, all right, that actually works for my character because the face I chose can be kind of looks like someone who might be like half Asian or something.
Yeah, Hanzo.
Yeah, so I'm good with that. That helps with my character. Thank you.
Alright. I go
Yeah,
out,
bro.
break my disguise. And I talk to Malvicio and say, Wow, these guys are so greedy. They wouldn't give a child any money.
So sad.
Welcome back, Vegas.
Like, not even a copper.
I'm gonna
Nice
be like,
try though.
the bartender. I can speak good English. Uh-huh. Wait, do you have a blacksmith in town?
He, like scratches his head like, I think we do still.
Do you know where that would be?
All right, so you exit the building, and then you go down.
He starts to walk forward. Hits the thing. It's just like, all right, uh-huh, okay.
You walk down the mountain and on the turn
All right,
down
so you walk.
the corner.
What is this? Is this a port? Is our porch?
Yes.
I go over to the porch. What'd you say? You want to repeat that one more time?
No.
What are you all the same? All right, go out the door, take a left, go turn right, go forward, turn right again, go, just keep going straight, follow the road, and then you'll see a big building with probably some smokestacks. If there's smoke coming out of it, the blacksmith is in.
Is there smoke coming out of this building?
Out of one of them.
Sure, I go into that one.
Yep, it's a little forge setup, not like a good forge.
Do I see Do I see a blacksmith?
Yeah, you see a young man just smithing away.
I would like to order a cane.
The blacksmith, a metal cane.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, I'll have that done in a few hours.
Okay. Good talk. Good talk.
Yes.
Excuse me, tavern owner.
Yes. What
Is
do you
there
want?
is there any quests here that we can do? Like monsters in the mines, corrupted government, like.
Well, I mean, can't do anything about the second one. And as for monsters in the mine,
Well,
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
mean
safe.
local government. You know, like
I mean,
mayor.
I am the local government.
Well, then no problems. All right. What about the mine stuff?
Pretty sure the mine is safe. Haven't gotten any reports saying elsewise or otherwise.
You
Well,
can
has
hire
Russell
us to go
come back?
check it out.
I mean, if you guys want to go mining, I will gladly hire you to go mining.
If we go mine, can we keep 50% of the stuff we find?
No.
Can we just go into the mines ourselves and just mine stuff without you hiring us?
I would
That'd
prefer
be property
not to.
destruction and theft. That'd be property destruction and theft, Gavar.
So no quests, like at all.
What do you think this is? No. They don't just have monsters strolling in the town every day. Closest thing
10
we
seconds,
get to
hey,
you is you.
You just said you twice.
Yeah.
10
What
seconds,
the
Hato.
fuck?
Giant ass dragon. Flies over.
All right, but don't come crying to me when the beholder comes here.
Hold on. Hold on. DD on pause for a second. What the
Oh, no.
fuck? Chris.
No.
I was
Wait,
looking
what?
for a cane image, and I found this. And I
Put
was
that in
dying
general
laughing.
Put that in game chat right fucking now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dragon stuff. I was like, wait, what?
Sorry. I was looking for a cane image, and magically I find fucking this, and I die laughing. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
All right, post. Okay.
It's
Fuck is that?
What the hell?
Is that the one ring?
I don't fucking know. I just found this and I was like, I need to send this down to Jimmy, being like, I don't know what I'm looking at, but this is funny.
What's 7-Eleven? You mean the convenience store?
What the hell? I don't know what kind
It
of
says
cane
Bush
that's going
did
out.
7-Eleven. Do they The gas station?
Yep.
What
Okay.
kind of cave do you Google?
That's a pretty
I-
good Photoshop with Obama's face.
Alright, anyways.
Continuing on.
I'm deleting the message. I can't look
Is
at
it just
that.
because
No.
that looks like Grand Theft Auto? Was it just me that looked like Grand Theft Auto?
Alright. Okay, back to D&D.
Congratulations, Gragus, on advancing to level 8.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
We are asking the tavern keeper for quests, and he is saying no.
Yeah,
Okay, wait, can I get a description of what the tea tastes like?
it's tea.
Yeah, what
Is
kind of
it like
flavor?
a green tea or a black tea?
He.
Tea? Yeah. I
The
don't
T is
drink.
capitalized too.
Is it good tea or does it taste good?
It's
Like,
pretty
does it seem
decent
of-
tea,
tea.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, Tavdan's gonna think it's good either way.
Okay,
Okay.
tavern keeper, do you
well,
have
me-
anything for free?
Hmm.
Like water?
You can leave for free.
Wait, was entering the cost?
Yes, you didn't see the cost?
you
No,
know what?
it's
Let me
free
just-
to enter.
Free to enter,
Well-
free to leave.
And this is why
Yeah,
no
um,
one likes
so what's the-
gnomes.
So what's
I'm
like
so
the tax
sorry.
on breathing?
It's
I'm
about
so sorry, Mr.
like
Bartender, but
five
that's all, man.
5 copper every minute.
Okay, let me go check out my prices.
I'm
I
so
just
sorry, Mr.
leave.
Gilman. Yeah,
Whoosh.
yeah, he's the idiot of the party.
I can tell he's a
Um,
gnome.
He seems to have delusions that he is the leader for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, and how about how are you on? How is it on food here? Or am I only gonna have? Or you only have drinks here?
We have food, yes.
What kind of food?
We have eggs, various meat products.
Got steak?
I mean, yes.
Okay. I want one steak. Tabar, what do you? Tavern, what do you want?
Have bar.
Ugh.
Oh no, you just made a cursed ship.
God damn.
Oh no.
I'm gonna mute that bar. I'm gonna mute that bar.
This is what happens if our D&D podcast becomes popular. Cursed ships.
You have dumplings, right? Like pork's dumplings.
Yes, we can do that, yeah.
How much will that be for a plate of those?
Both?
Yeah,
About
together, how much would that cost?
about 10 silver.
How much? Wait, 10
So
silver is
that's a
1
gold.
gold, right?
Yeah, that's 1 gold.
Okay, I give him 1 gold. I give him 1 gold.
Is that each or total?
Total.
Total, I give him 1 gold.
He will then go in the back and start making it.
Okay.
By the red.
What?
I don't know.
Okay, just
Yeah.
clicked in my brain. Okay, I understand now.
Sorry, I should have asked you more. I try to get more information about you about the deities because that's
Oh
his
yeah, I think
deity.
you asked, and then I completely forgot.
Yeah, the only thing you said was that he gave the Federation some weapons, but like,
Yeah.
Paladins got to get their power from a divine source, and that seems like the most fitting of your deities for a conquest paladin.
Just, paladins get their power from their oaths.
Yeah, they're oaths, but it's still technically somewhat divine in nature.
You don't need a deity. You could
No.
be a paladin off of your own power.
I guess I don't know.
Your powers
Anyway,
of
sorry
faith.
about that.
Paladins are just targeted faith, but yeah. After about like a few minutes, he'll come out with a steak and dumplings.
Was craving something a little more local in nature.
Can I go full Gordon Ramsay on this steak?
For fuck's sake.
All right. It's a steak.
It's a steak.
Investigation.
It's a good
It's
steak.
a steak.
Yeah,
You're more questionable about the steak part, but you still think it's a steak.
you think it's a steak. You're not quite sure though, but it's definitely steak-like. As for the dumplings, they're good.
Yeah. Tavian's not
Okay.
gonna complain about food. It's food.
So how's the steak?
It's steak.
It's fake. Wait, so I get told it's fake steak?
It's steak.
Okay, I eat it.
Oh, I appreciate your generosity, but if you keep doing this, I'm gonna be convinced you're trying to woo me or something.
Roll
what?
insight.
Me, roll insight.
Wait, what?
Davidan was just commenting because you've already paid for his drinks and his food, and he's like, I appreciate the generosity, but if you keep doing this, I'm gonna think that you're trying to woo me.
I mean, I'm gonna need allies when stuff goes down, so
Roll
better get
insight.
my one on my side already, so.
Fair enough.
Trying to increase rep with the new party member.
That
I mean,
plus-
he doesn't
that-
even need any more because he went to sleep with him in a
that
non way.
that plus the money that
Oh,
plus
yeah.
the money we did last night, I kind of felt like we could just use it.
Well, I never considered a Dragonborn before, but let's keep it professional for now.
Oh goddamn! God damn it.
Sorry, I got that charisma. I gotta do something cringe with it.
I
Jesus
mean,
Christ.
you're the only one with charisma. It was a 16 charisma.
Oh, I'm at 17 charisma. I'm a half elf, so I have a +2 to it.
Like, no strength or dexterity.
Well. Morning.
Okay.
Erin will nod as she walks in.
Why is her name tag gone again? I'm so confused.
It's because it's default off. Chilling in the morning. Anybody doing anything?
Well, I mean, there's no
Kinda waiting for that.
quest.
I'm
We
kind of waiting
can't-
for my pumpkin.
I want to mine for
was the ship-
somebody. I
Was
mean,
the ship done? Is the ship done?
Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, it was unloaded overnight, so it should be
Okay.
clear now.
Hey, Mr. Bartender. Do you like by chance have like a map of this island?
The map of this island.
A map of like this region, I guess.
He like looks around.
Is there basically a map of this region?
We should. There's a map on the ship if you want to go check there.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, there are maps on the ship.
Okay, I'm going to the ship. I want to look at the maps.
oh, bartender, is there any magic items in here, like on the island, that I can purchase?
I'm not sure there's anything in the town, but as an on the island, I mean, probably. This is a big island.
Book. Are
You look in the
messing
mines
with me?
for magic item.
Boken, are you messing with me?
No.
There's two of
Yeah,
those.
why are there two of you?
I don't know. I deleted one.
Huh.
I
Wait,
only-
make sure what? Okay, make sure the one that. Okay, never mind.
And they're gone. Bam. Only one real one. I go to the ship. I'm looking at the maps.
All right. I asked the bartender, can I look in the mines to see if there's any magic items in there?
I mean, sure.
Okay, cool. Who's with me on checking out the mines?
Hmm.
Okay,
You
wait,
said
can I bring-
you said there was a blacksmith in town, right?
Yeah.
can I bring the map back?
Does he have any skills with sharpening and doing patchwork on armor and weapons?
Probably not the armor, but he might be able to deal with weapons. Yeah.
Thank you. And that with that, Tabadan's gonna leave. I think was he there when he gave the instructions to Gragas?
Think
Yep.
so. Yeah.
All right, then Tab.
Gregus,
Okay.
Malvicio, do you want to go into the mines to see if there's any magic weapons in there? Or
Sure.
stuff?
Let's go.
I got permission from, like, the town mayor thing.
Can I
Yeah,
bring the
we-
map back with me?
Yes.
Lead on.
Alright, let's go. Separate adventure.
So could I bring
Into
the
the
map?
mines. Whoosh.
Tabadan's gonna ask if the blacksmith if he's able to sharpen a battle axe.
And you see him working on a metal cane. He's like, yeah, I could, yes.
All right.
Oh, Sarah,
How
are you
long would
joining
that?
us?
How long would that take? And how much would it cost?
Just the sharpening, that wouldn't cost anything. It won't take more than a few minutes.
Well, if it doesn't inconvenience you, I'd like my axe sharpened, please.
Alright. He stops
get that-
working on the cane. Starts sharpening your axe.
Tabadan
wait.
will slick his finger on it and cut it a little bit. Nice. You did good. Thank you.
Yep, no
Totally
problem.
not act. Totally hiding the fact that he kind of wants to like, yelp in pain right now, trying to look badass.
Sarah, Jonathan, are you joining us into the mines?
Joel, give me a minute. I'm gonna go grab a Tabadan.
Well, your friend's about to do something stupid.
Valley, do you want to join us?
I'll keep watch from a distance, but I'm not saving them if they get in trouble.
Fair enough. Also, after this, do you want to go check out a giant volcano?
Hmm.
On a different
Why?
island.
It takes up like half this region.
Hi, Tabadin. Yeah, we're just gonna go explore the mines. Should be safe. I mean, I don't see why it would be dangerous. Let's go
All
check
right.
out the mines.
It's been long enough to.
Yeah,
It's
there's
been long
like
enough
been
so I
no
can have
encounters, so
summon It's been long enough for like a short rest for me to summon me to use spell slots again.
You've had a
You
long rest.
Wait, I summoned 3 rats. I summoned 3 rats and I sent them into the mines.
is this an
Okay, let's go.
intimidation tactic? What you're doing?
Nope, scout walks.
Okay.
Alright.
So how long are we supposed to be waiting here?
Hold on.
I said,
I,
then I say we could go in. Because we could go in right now. I mean, they're probably faster than us.
roll 20,
Let me
don't do
check
it.
the rat's stat block then.
The rat block.
They are slower.
But they went
They're
in
s-
before us.
They're slower than everyone by 10, except
Yes.
me. To which then they're slower than by 5.
And yet they went in before us. And running at max speed.
Well, let's see how long it takes before the miners kill the rats.
Probably a bit, because they're in the mine. They probably
Yeah,
expect
but aren't
something.
they like blue?
What?
Aren't like
No.
they astral, which makes them blue
No, they're
and
like regular
see
rats.
through?
They're like regular rats like Mr. Squeakers, even though Mr. Squeakers is like the mafia guy.
I don't think you know about Mr. Squeakers.
I don't know. I just know I've probably been having too many Tic Tacs. Okay. Broken. Is it not working?
You can wait a minute. Jesus fuck.
I'm asking, is it working or not? 'Cause it...
My audio die or something?
Or
Mm.
just quiet.
Smack a smack.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. The mines.
The hives.
Alright.
Okay. I have my West Coast. I have my West explore this entire area. Is there anything looking good? Is there any good looking thing in here? Something worth money.
It's a mine.
It's a
Okay. Is there anything in this mine that looks worth money?
There's stone.
Stone's worth money.
Pillar?
Yeah.
We can
Well, I
forge you
guess you
your
see
pillar.
the beefiest pillar you've ever seen. And
I attempt
there's
to
an even
grab.
beefier one over there.
I run over there and I attempt to grab.
Then there's this one.
Too big.
That ain't a pillar, that's a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's a
mean-
huge difference.
No. It's a pillar because it goes around it. The area around it is hollowed out.
Alright, guys, there are about, let me count. 1, 2, 3, about 4 passageways. Which way do you guys want to go?
Okay. I have one that one this way, one of them one this way, and one go that way.
That way runs to a dead end. Those two connect.
Okay, great.
Are you
Okay,
gonna divulge? That's
okay, this way. This way, cause I don't know what goes that way.
That way runs to a dead end.
Wait, this is absolutely useless. Let's save.
wait, no, there's stuff this way. There's no. You didn't say it was a dead end this way. It just said that it connects.
If it connects, isn't that just a loop?
Pretty sure you meant like they both converge.
Broken, what do you mean by connect?
Hold on. I'll give you visual for your brain. God damn it. I'm gonna delete every token.
Oh no.
Oh wait.
Oh,
now.
yes.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
I'm just gonna delete all tokens.
Like suddenly, thousands of children just cry out.
It wasn't
Some
that good.
children.
Well, it wasn't the best life, but it was something. See you on in the afterlife.
Which one we going to? Nope. Okay.
Okay.
Ah!
Face.
That's really big. Okay. So is this like okay? Wait. So these are the two tunnels, right?
Hold on, I'm changing the map.
These are the two tunnels. So that
TP shifted.
means okay.
Wait,
No mind. Wait. No mind.
That's
You are correct.
don't worry. If we ever need a quest, we can always talk to the magic
Magic
spider.
That's like a month away. That's like a month away from you.
Okay, so
Multiple
thanks
ones
to Jonathan, we now know that there are only 2 ways, and they both connect. So, do you guys want to go top or bottom? Like,
Okay. And then
Something
are they
dying?
mentally, yeah. I
Yeah,
have
it's obvious.
one of my rats go that way, one go this way, and then another one go this way. Then when he's done, okay.
That way is a dead end. That one goes out of the mountain. Those two just loop around.
Okay. Then what's done this way?
Where?
This way.
You drawing my map. I'm gonna kill you.
It was a long tour.
You
Okay.
have a-
What this way?
That's another dead end.
Okay. Okay, there's only one good thing around here, and that's a giant magic realm. Come on, let's go, guys. Because I'm now actually intrigued.
helps
Hold on.
us with finding magical stuff. Like I said, we'd probably find. Like I said, come on, guys. Is everyone else?
Hold up.
Is everyone else dead, or like everyone else can move? Okay, just wondering.
Have it in. Let's go.
Mhm.
Follow me.
What did they
This is
find?
Magic realm.
Chickens.
Thing.
I smell chicken.
Jonathan doesn't want to seem to divulge information. Rude.
It's just a magic room. That's all I know.
Yeah, but couldn't you describe it?
It's a magic alien-looking room. I don't know how to describe it. It's
Nope.
like you have to see to believe.
Vegas?
It's like one of
Oh.
those see to
Yeah.
believe things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Thought he was dead again.
How does the internet did a
Ooh,
backflip?
ooh, ee. It would be a belly flop if it did it again, because I'd fucking throw something.
I like how they went the wrong way.
I mean, it loops.
I mean, I know it's not like the wrong way. I just like how they took the long way.
Wow, nice room.
Yeah, do you want to go in?
Cast Mage Hand to go in. And just
Okay.
like touch the
I have my
floor.
Sit
I have
back
my
and
whack
says,
going.
I have PTSD. I'll be sitting back.
Mage Hand.
I have one of my rats go in.
What's this thing?
Yeah.
They
What is
pass
it?
through. That appears to be in like a pedestal.
Okay,
Hey,
my rat
Gregus,
goes
we
in.
found a pedestal.
I know.
A pillar
It's
It's
stool.
like a
Stool.
mini pillar.
PTSD.
When I roll investigation.
So what's on
Oh,
top
yeah,
of the
that's-
pillar?
You can't quite make it out because so
Okay,
you know like
I look through my rats. I look through my rat's eyes. Okay.
hold on. So you know like how there's like those like fountain bird bath thingies? It's like that where it's like a bowl at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have water on me. Wait.
Yeah, you
Do I
have
have
water
Grab
skin.
whatever inside the bowl.
Okay.
I call dibs,
hit a
by the
wall.
way.
Wait, there's a water?
You don't see a wall
Alright.
there, but you hit a wall.
Step aside.
Okay.
I got this. Let's go. Eldritch Blast. 19. Bam.
All right.
What happens?
Okay, let me zoom out.
I did it! And I try to walk in.
You hit a wall.
I punch the wall. Eh!
You punch a wall.
Gregus, we need your help. There's an invisible wall.
Well, it seems like magic can go in, but humans can't. So,
Wait,
Mallow,
don't you have like a magical sword or something?
I summon my hexblade sword. In
Tap
my
the
main hand,
wall.
I put my sword next to the wall. Does it go in?
The sword goes in, yes.
Mm-mm.
When I continue, does my hand go in?
No.
Okay. So
What
Well,
do we
Mage
want-
Hand can go in, right?
Yes, if
What
you
do
mage
we wanna
hand, it would
do?
go
Okay.
through.
I want Mage Hand to go over to the pillar and just grab something in
no,
there.
no, 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 wait. There's nothing in it, wait.
You don't see anything.
You
Okay.
don't see it. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Come on, Mage Hand, grab.
Okay,
What
wait,
is
wait,
it?
wait, my watch magic cell. Does it see anything in the bowl?
So-
Since it can technically go in.
As soon as the
Nothing.
as soon as the magic rats like approach or not approach, but come into contact with the pedestal, they are dispelled.
And your rats. Mage Hand, grab the
Uh,
thing.
I assume that no one here knows how to open their eyes to magical energy.
You just said a lot
Is
of
it ma-
words, and I understood like
He-
one.
in character, he's asking if anyone has detect magic.
Excusez-moi. You know open eye magic? Explain
Okay.
yourself.
I try to open my eyes to arcane. What do I see? Do I roll like Arcana?
You see a room in front of you.
There's a room.
Well,
and
the
there
one
is a
day I
wall.
don't. The one day I don't prepare detect magic, we find a weird magical room with a hidden wall.
Look, just Mage Hand, grab whatever inside the bowl.
It touches
Do it.
the bowl. It is dispelled.
Hey,
Now,
Pavidan.
Visio, you have like Unseen Servant. Have it like carefully
You
touch.
cast it and go see what's inside the bowl. Don't touch
Wait.
anything, and come back
Wait,
and tell me.
An
Can it
unseen
speak?
servant speak.
Draw on the ground what it is.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
possible.
we can find a way. Yeah, they could
Yeah.
communicate. I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it
have a
can
hawk.
write. Yeah.
Okay, can I just have a hawk go in and look in the bowl and tell me? Since it seems it'll be faster.
Well, I mean, unseen servants just go in, take a peek, and then just either it
Already-
can write with
already
words.
done.
Alright, you already did it?
Yeah.
Are you
What
just
has he
making
told
it
us?
right on the ground, or are you giving it like a pen and paper?
I have a pen and paper I can give it.
It's going to draw a mask.
Oh, what?
Mask. There's a mask in the bowl. On the podium.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you ask Unseen Servant to take a rock and drop it on the mask?
Sure.
Or grab the mask. I don't know. Choose one.
Well, yeah, I might as well try it and see if the unseen servant can pick up the mask.
Without touching the pedestal. Make sure to specify that.
Yeah, without touching anything. Just pick up the mask by itself.
Damn. This unseen servant is
Unseen
the true
servant.
MVP.
Unseen Servant.
I knew
rocks.
when I decided to get that, I was like, this is going to be really useful.
Alright. Everyone else is just gonna see a mask. It's gonna float up, and then just start approaching, and then just fall to the floor.
It's like when it
Mage
hits the wall.
Hand, grab the mask.
It's
Wait, so
gonna
it's
once
going-
again float up, get maybe like an inch or two closer, and then fall to the floor again.
I'm gonna keep doing it until it gets close. Like, right next to the wall.
Alright.
Wait. Does he pick it up and then it goes like up to the wall and then it falls? Or like he picks it up, it falls, picks it up, falls.
What I said is that the unseen servant picked it up, like got maybe here, and then it fell, implying the unseen servant was dispelled. And then Mage
Okay.
Hand picked it up, maybe like took it right there, and then it fell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I keep using Mage Hand to bring it as close until the invisible magic wall.
Alright.
Now, guys, do you want me to use Mage Hand to see if it can bring it past the wall, or like what?
Oh, actually, I have.
Yeah,
I have,
go for it.
Would I be seeing enough to come to the conclusion that something is like the mask's dispelling the magic?
I mean, this is magic. Anything can be happening. However,
Well,
it does seem to be centered around the mask.
Yeah, I just
Um,
realized, guys, if the mask dispels magic, maybe it can dispel the wall. However,
job,
there is
Devar.
a decent risk that, like, an explosion could happen. I don't know.
Tavidan's just gonna
Devar.
shrug and walk away the moment he says that. All right.
Good job, Devar. You figured that out.
I need to figure out what's the range of, okay. I just need to... Okay, cool.
Hold up, Gragas.
Alright.
Wait, hold up. Gragas is the only anti-magic user here, right?
Okay,
Cease and desist.
Gragas, do you want to
Can
go
Gragas get past it?
try to go-
Unlikely. There's like 100% chance this doesn't work because it's just a force field. But I
could
attempt to put
try.
hand through.
Oh no! Wait! It couldn't let any of us in, but we all have magic in us. Well, no, Gragas, you have magic in you. Not
I don't have magic, but
Well, what
whatever. I
happens
tried
with
to.
Have rage.
It probably just still a force field, but I attempted to put my hand through.
Your hand does not go through.
Well,
Okay.
can I put my weapon through?
Your weapon goes through.
All right. Since my
Don't
range
destroy the mask.
it's
Yeah.
10 feet. How far away is the
Not 10.
Oh.
Oh, I think he died.
Oh, he died. Sad.
Good.
Okay.
He was just about to destroy the mask.
Okay. Yeah. Before he does that, can I make a lasso out of my rope, out of my 50 feet of rope, and I grab the mask?
This ain't no cowboy movie. You can't lasso a piece of paper.
It's a paper. That was a mask. Okay.
Oh my god.
So, how far away is it from my spear?
Nice phone. You can reach it with your pike.
Don't destroy it, please.
What'd you-
Please.
It's within range.
All right, I put the spear on the thing and start pulling it forward. I say, Davbar, if you care that much, then back the fuck away.
Yeah, good idea.
And he says that to Mal too to back off a little
Did
bit.
your internet die or like what happened?
My internet died. I did a
Okay.
flip. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay, so you
Wait,
are on
but
your
then-
phone.
We didn't use persuasion though.
All right, so I attempt to pull the mask closer.
How close are you pulling?
Tell me when it gets close to the wall.
I mean, you can just keep pulling until it hits the wall.
Okay, I keep pulling until it hits the wall.
As soon as it touches the wall, you're unable to pull it any closer. The wall appears to be keeping it in.
Okay. This is one
all
of
right.
two things.
Gragan calls over the elf in the party. I'm assuming, since he can speak Elvish. I have no fucking clue. He wanted the book. He calls over the elf boy.
Does he call Tavidan Elf Boy?
No, it just says Tavadan, because I just forgot your name for a second. I had to scroll up. It just
What?
says Tavadan to come. Can you attempt to put your hand through the wall?
What makes you think it's gonna work for me?
Because racial shit is also a thing. Like your like race is like, I don't know.
Race
Fuck.
probably would affect something.
I don't know.
What
I
are
just-
you? What are you insinuating?
Because
Tom?
I'm assuming I've tried. Okay, we've tried a dragonborn. I think a gnome. We have yet to try the tiefling. I'm just wondering if it's a racial thing. Like
I could
maybe
try.
because it's like racial magic. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a test.
Fine. He's gonna.
All right.
He's just gonna casually put his hand on the wall.
It does not go through.
All right.
I
Well,
do the
try.
same thing. I try.
Tavidan just like rolls his eyes and walks away at this.
I should also try, just in case.
Malacio, you go through.
Ta-da!
Ah,
See. All right. I knew it was
Nice.
something.
So
is
I
this,
pick up the
dark?
mask, I guess, and I look at it.
He's not moving full.
It appears it is a standard.
All
It
right, we're
appears
back.
to be like what's
Peter
porcelain.
mask? Oh.
It appears to be a porcelain mask
Oh.
of a humanoid face with fox-like features.
What's the expression on the mask?
It is blank. It doesn't have. Whoa. It doesn't have. Or what? God, brain, please. It.
Mal,
Neutral?
how about you?
Yeah, it appears
Hey
to be
Mal,
like
can you try putting it on?
expressionless.
Mal, can you try
Okay.
putting it on?
Not sure I want to
That
put it
seems like
on.
a
It's
bad
like
idea.
magic. That's a terrible idea.
Well, I
That's
don't
like
know.
saying,
Who knows?
hey,
It could make
stand
you
in
a
front of
god.
my fireball.
Not without exploring what it is and finding out what it does.
Do an investigation.
Well, he was describing it to me right now.
Arcana check.
Arcana? Yeah.
What do you want me to do, Broken Boy?
Are you just looking the mask over? What are you trying to
I'm
do?
investigating, I'm trying to find out like what it does. Is it magical, and if so, what it does?
Oh, roll Arcana and Investigation.
Arcana and
Alright, nice.
investigation.
Alright. With Arcana, you know this this mask has. It is basically like overflowing with mana. Almost to the point where you are like, if you really look at it, you could see the mana coming out of it. But it doesn't appear to be doing anything with the mana. And as you're just like investigating the mask, you look on the inside, and on the inside it is just covered with runes.
With
Runes.
runes
Yes.
that I can read. What are the runes? What language are the runes?
You are unable to read them.
Mm.
Yeah,
I am gonna show them to everybody. Everybody, come here. Can anybody read these runes?
Wait, does the
Pretty
mask
sure the
come out of the
mask
room?
can't.
It does not come
Yeah.
out of the room.
Okay,
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't cross the barrier with me.
Nope. If you're holding
Oh,
it will stop you from exiting.
okay. Well
okay,
then, guys, come here and take a look at this. I'll hold it up.
you can't
You
go
can all
in.
take.
Okay, yeah, sure, here, I'll go in.
You can go
What
to where the
happened?
wall is, which is right about here or something, right? Or
You,
is it
wait.
at the
Yeah,
door?
sure, let me just go through. I try to go in. What happens?
Wait, where's the wall that we can't go through? Is it over here?
Right
Oh,
there.
sorry. Okay, so I'll show you there. I thought it was further in the room or something. Here, let me.
You have a
Oh,
pen and paper. Wait down what it.
oh
Wait down
that's
everything. Write
Vegas.
down the runes. Write down the runes. I can try to read it.
Can't you just, like, look at the runes?
No, I have to be touching it. Actually, wait.
No.
Can I? Wait.
Well, you have,
It's
like,
Eyes of the Rune Keeper. You just read.
Oh, I can just read it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. What does it say?
It tells a tale about I'm trying to. My brain is like dying right now. It's basically like an old legend, basically, about ancient
Mask?
spirits.
Does it say what the mask does or happens?
It does not mention a mask at all.
Okay, well, I told the group this.
do you think the spirits are inside mask?
I'm guessing that if you put the mask on, the spirits will take control of you. So, yeah, you
They
guys do
do,
whatever you want to say.
however,
So,
seem.
goodbye.
Oh wait, can I like inspect the floor of like where the force field is coming from for like runes?
There are no
Like,
runes.
Mauricio, why don't you look around the room for like any other rune?
Are there any other runes around here?
I just noticed that this thing isn't lit up.
You do not see any other runes, but yeah, as Dragos just said, the only thing you notice that this one is not like the others.
So this corner is different.
Yep.
Hey,
Would it
maybe
be the
covering the
right-
I
mask.
look around and I try
Yeah,
to
the
figure
room.
out why. Why isn't it lit up?
Hey, here's an idea. How about you put the mask on it?
Well,
That seems like an awful idea.
Navasio, I'm assuming
No.
you would like inspect these, trying to like see what's the difference between them, right?
Yeah. See what's different. Why this one
Alright.
works and why this one doesn't.
You would like look into these and you realize that these are like an indentation in the ground. And this is a liquid.
Okay.
Yes.
And
This
there's
one
no
doesn't
liquid
have
here.
whatever the liquid is. Yep.
Do I know what the liquid is?
It looks like water that is like green tinted water.
Green tinted water.
Yep.
You see something weird?
Yeah,
It's Mountain
there's this pattern on the floor where there's green tinted water running in patterns in all the corners, except for one of the corners over here where there is none of that water.
Check something. I cast Mage Hand to touch the water.
You've touched the water. The water
Doesn't
has
do
been
any-
touched.
Do you have any of that tea left? How much tea do you have left? Give me your tea. I'll pour it in, see if we can fill it up.
I mean, it's awfully good tea.
Maybe, I
Yeah.
mean, saliva's liquid. If it helps. Like, does it have, is there water next to the pillar?
That is not water.
What is
What
it?
is it?
That is like a crystal flooring.
Ah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I investigate and see is there anything blocked, like a source that might be blocked or something?
No. The only thing you notice is that if you try filling this channel right here, it will flow out outside.
So we need to repair this to make it and then fill it.
Okay.
I mean, you may be trapped in there. Or actually, it depends on the rock.
Or we could
Look for
try
a small enough-
disrupting the flows of the liquids to see if they, if it breaks the barrier.
Why don't I just use mending on this?
Good work.
Mending
Can I
fixes
cast
like
mending?
cracks.
Huh?
What about mold earth to fix the stone?
Mold
No.
earth would work, yes.
All
Just
right,
don't worry about me. I'm just being
mold
here.
earth.
Well, you had the mold earth spell the entire time?
I
Man.
didn't realize what it did. There you go.
Yeah, you can mold earth that.
Done.
Yeah.
Does it fill
Easy as
up?
clap. Nope.
Maybe try adding the liquid back.
What liquid could I add?
The green one.
See?
Can I scoop some from one of these and like put it in, see if it spreads magically?
Maybe not use your hands.
Yeah, maybe not use your hands.
This one lights up, this one goes off.
It's one of those games. Okay, you just need to figure out which one lights both.
Um,
I think it's a specific amount of liquid.
try putting
What
the
if-
mask. Try putting the mask back in the bowl, and then try doing it.
Okay. I put the mask in the bowl. I'll
Alright.
take with the glass that I have, because I have a glass from the little sake that I got. I grab a
Yep.
little bit more from here and I put it over here.
Alright.
No, over here
Oh.
now.
Yeah.
This one goes out, this one comes on.
Alright, now try the last one. Maybe that'll light both of them.
And do this one into that one.
This one goes out, that one comes on.
Darn, they
Alright,
really want to
so-
make this game hard.
Have we established that that doesn't work? Okay.
So you need liquid,
Try-
eh?
I mean, I could test with some of the rum that I have. I could pour some of the rum into the glass. I pour rum in, see if does
Try
it take
like
any
spitting
liquid.
and
You pour the rum
try
in,
like spitting.
Sure, let's try
it
pouring
lights
rum.
up.
Hey, there we go.
We did it, boys.
Right,
I
Ta-da!
picked up the mask again, by the way.
hold on. When they're all lit up, you would see the basin start to fill up with the same colored liquid.
Nice.
Yep.
It's
I'm glad I
as
took the mask.
good.
Put the mask in.
No.
I
Wait.
attempt to put my hand through barrier.
Did you take the mask out?
Yes.
Oh, then it isn't gonna fill up.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Then I throw the mask back into the bowl,
Alright.
and it fills up.
Yep.
You go and
It
it
submerges the mask.
I
And
see.
Bragus, go back in.
Now make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god. Oh god.
Man, I can't believe we solved this puzzle only for it to be a trap.
Me, a dexterity roll?
Yep.
Or do I do that?
Na-na-na-na.
Dexterity.
Dexterity saving
Na-na-na-na.
throw.
There it is. Oh, I'm terrible at this.
Warlocks have.
Oh,
Thank you.
Boy,
let's go.
With the
you just backflip like 50 times.
because you like you fly around a lot, you're used to stabilizing like against winds. So when the mask is completely submerged, like think of like when a bomb goes off, that shockwave. That's
Right.
essentially just what ripples through the room. You do not go flying from this. Instead, you see that all of the liquid that's around here just suddenly goes out. And all that's left
Hey.
is the mask.
Can Gragas
Ah,
go in now?
I take the
Timber
map.
can hand through.
Gregus goes through.
Oh,
Da-da-da!
can I go in?
Did you say you looked at the mask?
Yeah, I picked it up.
The mask is warm, smells of alcohol, and the
Yeah.
inside runes are gone.
Oh, alrighty.
A little bit
Does it
depressing.
still have that mana glow?
It is definitely still like imbued with a shit ton of mana.
Nice. Mana mask.
So it
I
smells
wonder-
If
like
you want
beer,
to
you say?
put the mask in inventory, call it the spirit mask.
Spirit mask. Alright.
Wait, is it? Could we use that to like charge other mana items? Can we use like,
I
that mana
don't
in that
know.
to like, charge other mana items?
I'm not sure how that works.
Logan, did you die?
Processing.
Here's the. All right. Okay, Drago. Here's the manual to D&D. You have to try. I can't just tell you how to do everything.
So, who
Okay.
want-
Mal, you do that. Mal, you do something like that, cause I don't have anything to charge.
Wait, hold on,
I have When
I
I have
have an
something I
idea.
want to try and imbue with mana, I'll be like, hey, I have this mask. We could try imbuing it with this mana. But right now we don't have anything we need to imbue with mana.
Well, it looks
Right.
like they found their
try-
magic item thereafter.
Can I try something, Malvicio? I'm gonna
Sure,
try
yeah,
to
yeah.
telepathically talk to the mask.
All right, go for it.
Huh.
Hello?
Huh.
Is there anyone there?
Make me a wisdom save.
Let's go! Wisdom saves! Yeah! Okay, let me
Don't
just
pull a
find the
Drago.
wisdom.
Don't be a
you.
one. Don't
Yeah.
be a one.
If you nat one this, we might have another character death. Once again,
No,
out of
please.
combat.
No, please, no, I like my character. I gotta. Where's the wisdom? Where's W?
www.
Oh.
And saving throws with
I'm
above
looking in
skill.
how did you know I was looking at the skills?
Because you said the alphabet.
Right. You have like thousands of memories flash like through your brain for a second until eventually it's cut.
That again.
What?
Is there any memories that I can like more prevalent than others?
Not really. They're too fast and like to really see what the hell's happening.
Help,
So
you know.
I have a feeling that the mask contains memories at the least, people's souls at the worst.
Can I try one of my features?
Sure.
Don't die.
I'm gonna see what happens if I do that.
Oh, okay. Alright, this one's like it's both. There is a intense good version, like good sense, and then there's also intense bad with it. So it's like half evil, half good.
Is it like like just kind of like all blended together, or is it like flashing back and forth in my senses
Back
between
and
the two?
forth. It's like a strobe light.
Yeah, Tavadan's eyes are gonna glow as he opens himself up to his divine sense, and after a few minutes of this, he's gonna shake his head violently, and I'm trying to figure out how best to have him explain this.
You can talk to people in their minds too? No way!
No, I can't. I can just.
Aw. Oh well.
There seems to be contradicting balances at force in there. It's like whatever's in there, it's a combination of good and wicked feelings, like benevolence, hatred. It's just kind of going back and forth, like there's both at the same time. I don't know how to describe it to you.
When I tried to talk to the mask, lots of memories flashed through. So maybe it's just a lot of people. Or
Right.
memories.
That actually makes a lot of sense, actually.
Well, I guess we could get to go to the mayor and say we found our magic item.
Probably shouldn't say that one.
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, how about wait, can we just go to the mail, give him the mask, say, here's a magic item we found, can we keep it? If he says,
No.
if he says
We're
no,
not-
say,
See, they don't need to know.
no, but if he puts on the mask, okay, I have two ideas here. It
We're
can
not
either
giving
A,
a mayor a mask.
no,
So
it
that
can
way
either
they could
A,
potentially turn evil.
no, it could either A, make the user, if they're good in life, give them, make them really strong. If
So,
they're bad in life, turn them into a monster.
so I'm rereading it. So it's basically like a combination of like fiends, celestials, and undead like forces in that. Like just a combination of all those different things.
Hold up, aren't you a paladin?
The memory
Yes, I am.
is
Do you
just...
have a deity? Wait, what?
Alright, the memories are just like flashes, you can't really see anything. But when you looked at it with Divine Sense, it's like two beings are like fighting over it, basically. And it just
Okay.
keeps switching between them.
Right. Okay.
So,
No, Tavadane doesn't know they saw runes on it because he was back over here when it happened, so he can't ask about that.
oh yeah, wait, what was the thing with the runes?
Malvisio,
What was the thing with the runes again? What was the thing with the runes on the back of the audio?
Did something change on the mask, Malvisio? Like, does it glow now, or like?
I can kind of see, yeah, I can kind of see a little bit of a glow from the mana that's very strong with mana, but also the runes are now gone. They've been erased.
There were runes on it.
Mm-hmm.
Were they anything like legible?
legible?
Devbar might remember. I can't read. I couldn't read them.
We did. Jonathan did.
Oh, Jonathan read
And what
them.
did it, Broken, what did they say? I don't want
The
to
runes were like a... It was basically like a legend about spirits. Ancient spirits.
Okay.
Yep.
Did it talk about two spirits?
In the legend, there are three things that are mentioned: an oni, a kitsune, and a yokai.
Okay,
Check.
can you Google that?
Nice.
Since Tavadane's from this region, would he like know that terminology, like from stories he heard as a kid or anything?
Make me a history
Not this
check.
specific region, but like, yeah.
Yep.
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
I have negative intelligence, so like I'm. What can I say?
So apparently, murderist.
Reason I be right.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
when you say kitsune, oni, and yokai, are you saying the oni is the yokai because a yokai is an oni is a yokai?
Yes.
That's what it is. So okay, so it's an oni and a kitsune.
It's a specific. It's a kitsune, a specific yokai, and then
okay, and then
an in general the yokai.
Okay.
this region, well, around the trade aisle. Can I also roll history?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what I know about these.
Yeah,
Never
you all
mind.
can roll history.
But
Jesus Christ.
Huzzah.
Yay!
No
Oh,
offense to the
that's
other
you.
smart guy.
I got this, guys.
You know
Don't
that
worry about
actually
it.
makes that's in character. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it sadly makes sense.
Yep. Alright. So, you know that a kitsune is a very powerful spiritual being. An oni, yeah. Yeah, also
Cool.
kitsune literally means fox. Yeah, but yeah. And also,
So
an oni, think of it as like a devil that is connected to spirits, and yokai are like the category. And saying, so, I'm trying to think of this as the best way to explain it.
Be like demons.
So, I'm gonna explain this first.
Hmm.
There's not a devil, there are devils. It's like that. There is the yokai, and then there's other yokai. If that makes sense. Like, an oni is a yokai, but it isn't the yokai. If that makes sense.
So,
Yeah, like basically there's the devil and other devils.
Yes,
yeah.
like that.
I've played a lot of Shin Megami Tensei games before. I'm familiar with this concept.
Never heard of it, but that's what this
Eh.
is like.
since you what's it called? You have a deity, correct?
I don't know anymore because one person says I don't get my powers from faith, and the other one says I do.
You,
That's all out of
have-
Deity or
character.
not? Wait, does he have
you
a deity or
have
not?
a. You can have a deity. It's just that your power doesn't specifically come from the deity. It comes from the
Right. But what? How does that explain my holy symbol then?
Oh, you can still have a.
So wait, so does he
Still
have
have
a
a,
deity or not?
a divine. It's just that they're not needed.
Does he-
Specifically.
But I need to use a holy symbol, which is like a symbol of a god, to use my magic. That's where I got confused.
So does he have a deity
Yeah,
or not?
it's a little weird, but specifically, I mean, actually, the holy symbol could be from the oath.
I was gonna
Specifically.
say.
But
I
yeah,
consider-
you can still have a deity.
I'm no holy man, but I do consider myself an adherent of the red. Yes.
I was gonna say why don't you try to have your deity connect with it?
I don't have that kind of connection.
I was gonna yeah, but
That's a
that's not-
cleric. That's a cleric.
My powers are similar to a cleric, but they're
Well,
not quite.
Rebecca's just like,
direct.
if you need a test subject, I'm here. If we're not doing anything, let's go on.
I think it's
So-
a bad idea to give our tank a mask that may or may not turn him evil.
Oh, I don't care. I'm just
So
like,
it
if we
sound-
if we want to test it, I don't care.
So between
No, I
the
mean,
sto-
like, if we have to fight somebody, it'd be better to fight somebody with like 0 hit points.
So, based on the story and what me and Davbar have detected when we opened our senses to it, I'm getting the impression that a couple of very powerful things are somehow sealed in this mask.
Oh, I just
That's
remembered
good.
something that Malvasio
Yeah.
would know from the history check. Most kitsune have a special mask that their souls are binded with. And
And
this
the battle-
mask is passed down generation to generation throughout the entire family line until either the mask is lost, which will basically condemn that entire like family of kitsune to like death. And the reason why these masks are so important to them is because a kitsune's life is so long that they fear forgetting things. So basically, every kitsune in a family shares the one mask, and it has the memories of every kitsune before and theirs.
But would that explain that would explain one of the presences and the memories, but what about the other thing I sensed?
With that history check, you would not know.
Well, yeah, I know Tavdan wouldn't know, but
Yeah.
he's asking Mal that.
Ah, okay.
Hey, broken question.
Yeah.
What does this lead to? Dead end?
Where?
Look to the left, like middle of the map.
Yeah, that's a dead end.
Okay. So, if
Hmm.
we're not doing anything, can we go check out that giant volcano?
Why do
You
you
want-
want to go to the volcano? I mean,
Why-
granted, there would probably be a magic item there,
No.
but
I mean, why not? It's a giant volcano that takes up like 50% of this region.
here,
Why do you
I'll
not
give
want
you
to
a
go?
reason. Number one, it could erupt, killing us all. That's
Prob-
really the only reason I need.
Yeah, good enough.
We probably should have kept
Hey.
the mask here if it was being sealed away for a reason.
Guys,
But-
sorry,
I mean,
sorry to
what-
break
what do
character
you
for
mean?
sorry to break character, but it's 10 o'clock and I have a drive tomorrow. I'm heading
Yeah.
out to the East Coast, so I gotta wrap for tonight. How do
Okay.
I? Can I just say like I follow the group for the rest of the evening and they have access to the mask?
I think
Yeah.
I think probably is a
It will
good
be ending soon. The section will be ending. It's just as soon as they're done in the mines.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean that's kind of it in the mines.
Yeah, no, I know. I just normally I would be able to stay on until we're done. I just tonight in particular I got to wrap up at 10, so I'm on the road tomorrow early.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, I get it.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
Nice
Have a good
to
night. Have a good night. I'll catch you soon. Take it easy.
See ya.
you.
All
See
right,
you.
bye.
Ciao.
Okay, so kind of already messed up because we grabbed a mask that was closed away into that room. So I mean, we're already screwed. So like, why not just test our luck, huh?
All right.
Took away. It was forgotten there.
It's in a room where it has to have magic to be able to take in to let the force field down.
To protect it. That's a pretty good way to protect
To
something.
lock it away.
Do you not protect things by locking it in like a safe?
Yes, it's either 50-50. So it could either be it was kept there to be protected or kept there to be protected from people trying to get it.
Well,
And I'm
remind
guessing.
me to keep a wide berth of you folk.
So you guys just want to go test our luck and go to a volcano?
Also,
Oh.
one thing I should mention. At this, like this here. What the fuck? Roll 20, please. That isn't floor right there. That's just a dead drop into darkness.
Nice to know.
Yep.
Well, boop. Getting away from the bridge then.
That's what I
Oh, by the
expected.
way, there's a death drop here, just letting you know. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure you guys knew that was there in case someone needed to be aided.
So can we go to the volcano now?
Why do you want to go to the volcano so badly?
Cause it's a giant volcano that takes up 50% of the region. It has to
Theo,
have
can you
something.
take me across the
Else there's a
death
place
gap
for love.
just in case?
What?
Oh, I was saying like, because you mentioned the death gap, I was gonna like have him fly me over in case something happens.
Oh my god, he just miraculously jumped across the death canyon.
All right, fine, I'll move normally.
God, did Gragas also die? Oh no, there he is.
Boop.
Alright, so you all are leaving?
Yep.
Yo. Can we go to a volcano?
We're gonna end the session here.
Okay, next session, can we go to Volcano?
Yep,
Like-
session over. Alright. Yep.
Let's just throw him in the volcano and get this over with. Just yeet.
Wait, that means we're going to the volcano.
Sparta!
I was thinking more like a virgin sacrifice into the volcano myself.